repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh. Did we? That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign. Alright, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job.
What's up, everyone?
A story once spoken is ageless. The dungeon imagined without end. The curious are the ones most courageous. The tree that endures has to bend. From stillness the mad mage is stirring. From countless voices the castle takes shape. Zagig will test the enduring. Those unlucky will never escape.
Let's go, BB, Dragger, Chris, Seal. Banana. We had a good meeting last night.
Oh, good.
Yorker came in, which was good too, so he's going to be doing the editing.
I saw finally links to full documents and stuff, so now I have to read.
Cool.
Good.
We're doing good. We're doing real good. Let me get the, well, I remember the classic DD reprint giveaway set. Good. It's early still. Not even 6:50. Hey, Jeremy. Just talking to Tony about her writing assignment there, helping her out with where to find stuff.
Great.
Yeah, she's doing something for a bald man.
Cool.
Which is cool for the, adventures
Yeah.
that they're writing. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, and I think I directed her to the right place, so. That was the important thing. Hey, don't chat. All right. Yeah, it's all good. Got it worked out. Ugh. It is starting, oh my god.
I've never seen that frog eating with ice before.
No, it's probably another channel, it's not mine.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
It's good.
Hey, what's up, dude? Taking sure what's going on. Did I change the screen? Comment, what's up? Did I? Yeah, I updated this one. Waiting for Mike to come on. GREYHAWK Potpourri, A to Z. It rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Good. We had. It's good. I got a list over to them on everyone who's participating. So we need to make sure that we got. Yeah, we don't have to have all the tables covered the whole time. But yeah, man, it's good. We got a lot of people in there. So you and Tony included. Hey, Mike.
Hi.
Hello.
Alrighty. Got some fun things coming. This will be an interesting. This is a wide open discussion today, which is cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter if Tony's game's GREYHAWK or not. We're still gonna put her in there. We're gonna put everyone involved in just so we where to find everyone. That was the key thing. You're not like, oh my god, I want to watch Carlos DM a bit. Where the hell is he? Yeah. Uh-oh. Headache?
I'm not sure. Might just be tired. Who knows? I'll snap out of it.
Nice colonical help. No? Oh, maybe not. So, I hate that. Did Waldorf blow up in GREYHAWK as per Dragon Magazine? I don't know what that means, BB. Waldorf.
Hello, Vamp. Thank you so much for the game. Yeah. Last night. Yeah.
We're a little early, but who cares, right? Hopefully Mike's okay. Anyone understand that BB question? Did Waldorf blow up GREYHAWK?
Is BB starting with the letter W?
I don't know. That's a new one for me, though. Yeah, welcome,
I can
everyone.
answer that, but it'd be more fun if it were part of the.
Yeah.
we're
We'll start with W then once we get rolling. How's that sound? And we'll try and answer some things. So, how's everyone doing tonight? I got Anna and I got Mike. Let me check, make sure that this goes to the other page. No, see, it didn't. Well, at least I caught it ahead of time here.
Yeah.
Stupid thing. This one doesn't, but when my settings for Gabon does. It's just annoying. I don't know why.
Why do you have well, you do different things for,
Yeah, I have
well,
completely
Gavin and
different.
this should be similar,
No,
shouldn't
the
they?
backgrounds are all different.
Oh, they
The
okay.
backgrounds are
Yeah.
different. The setup, the music's different.
hmm
It's just
That's
who
more
knows? Who knows why?
advanced. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah, tonight. So this was a mic idea, which is cool, and
hmm
we're
We have
just
so
gonna,
many cool mic ideas
yeah,
that
we're
we
just
do.
going to run with this one. Like,
hmm
what? You come up with a letter, and you come up with
Oh, there.
GREYHAWK topics on that letter, and you discuss
This
them.
is crowd participation.
Yes, that's
hmm
exactly it. Especially with Mike with
I
his
shall
head.
not pick the stuff. We will take suggestions in the chat.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So I bet
Now,
I know
keep
what
in
Mike.
mind, everybody, Jay only knows stuff on the left side of the map, and
Yeah.
Anna knows the entire map. So keep that in mind if you want to like talk geography.
Anna knows. Yeah, Anna knows a fair amount on the map, and especially locations. But there's a lot of other stuff. Alan Groy
Other
supplies
things
some
that,
stuff too. But
yeah, they're not, there are a lot of things that are not on the map that could be as well as things on the map. Yeah.
But if
yeah,
you see something in the chat that is like you don't like, don't pick that. Unless
Yeah.
it's the only suggestion.
hmm
I'm sure we'll get some good suggestions.
we'll get some good ideas here. Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
confident.
By the way, those who are asking, the Virtual GreyHawk site should be up this weekend, and with all the dates on it. All right. See, I'm running a little bit behind on that, but I should have that up this weekend. So just note that, along with the game on Saturday. And I know I haven't changed the banner yet on this. It's also a very early game, 9 a.m. So like, we wake up Curtis at 6 a.m. for this, which is fun, even though he's not playing. So Vamp is not in this, even though I haven't changed it. So sorry, I'm sorry you can't make it, Vamp, but with family stuff. So yeah, but that's what we're doing. Mages everywhere is the title. And that's Saturday morning at 9. Okay. So yeah, good idea here. Yes, you get that one. So where are the Forgotten Realms located in GREYHAWK? You can ask
That's
that
a good
Greenwood that.
topic.
Yes, let's bring Ed on and ask him that question and see what he says. And then he'll go, well, there's this portal connecting here, and this, So yeah, that answer will go on for about an hour and a half. So yeah, but this is good. We got 26 letters. We don't have to get to all of them, but we can just
I
bounce
think
around.
there's
for people.
something on each,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. In fact, there's a couple of things I need to bring up. So 1 second here. What are your thoughts on overall? Like, and I know I don't want to. I don't think I want to go to real people. I know that, like, for example, in Z, Alan put Zeb Cook. I don't think that that's part of where we want to go with that, because that's really not GREYHAWK, right? That's just someone who.
Well,
Well, yeah.
some of them might be, meaning, gee, we can mention, might have a viewer
Farmer
that
Gygax.
doesn't know that Gary Gygax is the inventor of GREYHAWK. So,
Yeah.
meaning that's maybe where I want to put it.
Yeah,
but
that's
about
okay.
it.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's about
Otherwise,
it.
I don't-
I agree.
Yeah.
That's about it. We
Yeah.
want to stay away from.
But in my mind, the way this works is we start with the letter. If the chat spams us and they all say Gygax, then that's what we talk about.
Right.
Okay,
So,
that's
You know,
that's.
but if we
Mike,
get
that's
like
a great
10
one. Yeah.
different answers for G, we could
pick-
just pick the one that is
I haven't
we
had
can
one.
avoid
Yeah.
Zeb Cook, for
And I
instance.
also think it's fun if we cover different aspects depending on, so to speak. So it's not only like gods
Yeah, who
or
knows?
country names
Oh,
or
it's gonna,
whatever.
we're gonna be all over the place on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We make sure that we bounce all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, Gary. A is for Asperdes. Yeah. Or Asperdes. Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good
there
one.
you go.
So, all right, well, let's just start with A, then we'll go to W. So, Asperdes, the obscure lying around lich in D1,
Yeah.
which they had an encounter with in my adventure with Eric Mona's the Slav Squad. and they thought they killed him, and that was during
So
the
where
fundraiser.
was this lich active, and what do we have a basic idea of
He's
where he from? Whatever.
Gary
Yeah.
did up a lot of supplement ideas on that he was
Okay.
like in the yeomanry or whatever, if I recall, and a
Ah.
tyrant, and then he just fled down into the Underdark and he just was there. And literally, if you
Ah.
go into D1, he's just lying there in a corner, right?
Random encounter.
Yeah, it's a random encounter basically, but he's got 300 magic mouse spells all over the place.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because he gave name to a bunch of islands that are the opposite from Yeomanry.
Oh, that's Asperd, right?
Yeah.
Asperd Isle. Yeah.
Well, I just thought that it,
Asperity.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Asperides.
But that might be etymological. He might be named after something that the islands are named after. So the connection might be a
It's
generation
with a B
older
though,
than
not
him.
a P.
That's true. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. But at
Yeah.
GaryCon, they were trying to find this vault of Asperides, and someone had his
Exactly. BB Fan Fun. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was my connection. Yep. Mhm.
had his phylactery and started turning into him. And they had, was wearing it around the wrist, and they had Flavius had to cut his hand off. It was fun. Yeah, it was great. So I just recently used them. So that's a good start with A. Asperides the Lich.
My comment on that is I've never used this lich, and the
neither.
Boulder Greyhawk has a lot of liches.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
Maybe someday I'll get around to him. I do admire that Jay has used him.
It's the most random Lich encounter that there is.
Yeah.
It's just why he's just there,
Yeah.
and at least Gary attempted to describe why, he was there. So which is really good.
And we have two countries in A that are both neighbors, and they are both, I think, tied in the same reason they come from A, both of them, and that's Alyssa and Ulmor. And I don't think it's a coincidence that both of them actually start on A, and they are part of ancient traditions, so to speak, of from Greyhawk. Meaning Alyssa is one of the old Flan realms, and then Ulmor is a later Oridian or Erdi creation later on that was then completely obliterated in the wars. But it's kind of, to me it seems like Ulmor is kind of a thing that is linguistically tied to Alyssa in that sense. Yeah.
That's
I better bring
an
the map.
observation I've never seen before.
I better have the opportunity to bring the map up, right? So, because we go to locations, so let me bring that up here, just to have it on the screen.
Yeah.
Reveal it, just in case. Just in case. So I got a good one. So, hey Tim, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Really do. This one is a god. The dwarven god of greed. Abathor.
Oh,
There
yes.
you go with an A. Yes, Abathor, the god of greed.
Yeah.
Which I think is maybe the deity of Gloretti Buchanan and Greyhawk, if I recall. So, yeah. Right. So there you go. That's my A B one.
Yeah.
So for A.
We have a town of Export that is in Shieldlands. That is a living Greyhawk invention, I think. I think it's part of from
no, Export. No, Export was there.
Is Export older than that? Okay.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Moose, for kicking up that for that hype train. Oh yeah, Export's been there since I think the Darlene.
I haven't done my research on that part, how old the name is yet. So
I'm almost positive that it's been around a long
because
time.
Alahaster came from the that is another A city on A that came from the Paisohawk era. That was not mentioned before. They put it in there, which
Alahaster
which I think it's from the Age of Worms campaign.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think is a perfect example of how you fit something into the setting later on, publicly or publicistically. You shoehorn it in afterwards, but it was actually designed to fit there in the first place, so to speak.
Okay.
It's designed like it's supposed to have been there for hundreds of years, but it wasn't mentioned in earlier books. So I think Paizo did a great example of how you add things to a continent. So, and since it's also A, I thought it was appropriate. Yeah.
How about, and this is not a good picture for it, assassins.
Ah, yeah. So there is one place that is supposed to have special assassins that is also from with the letter A.
A location.
Abarra in the Bandit Kingdoms, that is
Okay.
Kor also known as, that is supposed to be famous or infamous for assassins. How about that one?
Yeah, I didn't know that one, so that's good. That was a real
That's
good
kind
one.
of cool. Yep.
Absolutely. Really good one.
Okay, BB Fanfare, thank you. Then Alhasta was mentioned earlier on, and they did something with it. So yep,
Yeah,
good.
they used a lot of the existing locations. I don't think
But it was not on the Darlene map or anything like that. It was, yeah.
I think it's on Marklands or Ividian, Eyes Evil. Yeah,
Okay.
Alhaster. Yeah, a lot of them on those maps that they made for that. So a picture of Zorak is me. I just I'm able to do stuff real quick on my in my search file, and that's what came up. So no assassins behind this is fate. No. Thank you, Powers. No. I'm so kind. I even have the assassin now to this day. I let them be true neutral or chaotic neutral or whatever. I mean, you never know when you're gonna see one playing it for real. We have a Shadow Mage assassin that Curtis can't stand, right? Persephone. So they exist. They exist in my campaign setting, and they can be annoying. You just gotta know how to balance them. Kind of how to balance them out. Yeah. So any others? We're just like I said.
Artonsamai, the river
Oh
Artonsamai,
yeah.
and also the Duchy of Artonsamai are
Good
another
ones.
one. One of the forgotten realms, and not so much talked about river, but there are some cool places along that river that we can get to later in the alphabet, so to speak. Yep.
If you want to get technical on two big adventures, right? There are two that begin with A that I came up with. Now, against the area of the slave lords, one of the slave lords ones, but Age of
Yeah.
Worms, A, right?
Yeah. Good one.
Against the Giants, G1 to 3.
Yeah.
There you go. Thief, yeah, she is a thief and a scoundrel, isn't she, Curtis? But that's the charm. So, yeah. So look at that. Lots of A's. But
Yeah.
we are forgetting the greatest A of all.
Ooh,
I don't know how we could do that with me here.
Okay.
I don't know how that's possible, but it did happen. And yeah, it could be a little
AD&D. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. I can't. Yeah, AD&D's good, but
But
yeah,
not Greyhawkish
yeah,
enough.
it's
Yeah.
GREYHAWK, but it's my GREYHAWK. Altamira.
Oh, there you go.
How could I not at least mention it? A1,
Yeah.
A4, yeah, kind of. I always say S for slave lords for them moose, but A1 to A4 if you're going by that way, that works
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
The little village I invented for my current Shieldlands campaign, where that campaign started, was Aldet.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That's
I
good.
still need to get all the maps and all the information. I posted some the story and history
Thanks,
and
John.
stuff of Aldet earlier on in my blog somewhere. So yeah.
Got us over that hump, John. Thank you. Oh, so tonight we're gonna kick it up a notch. Here, hardback giveaway.
Oh.
Reprint, but hardback. So, Expeditions to the Ruins of GREYHAWK reprint.
Cool.
All right.
That reprint looked really like the original.
Yep, and hardback. It's thicker
That's
though. It's a little thicker.
Oh, they have the
Wow.
maps in the book.
Yeah, everything's
bound in, or yeah.
Yeah, it must be just the way the paper is, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. It
So
looks cool.
there you go. That's for tonight. If for some reason you have it, then we'll do something else. Okay. Alrighty. Now we got to go back to W, right? So
W?
Yeah, because we had BB Fan Fun bring that up. We're not going to go in order. Yeah, we'll bounce around. Because
Okay,
he brought up
cool.
the question of Waldorf blowing up GREYHAWK. What is that all about? What did I miss?
Ah,
What is,
well, W then yeah.
Mike, do you know what that's about?
Yes. Okay.
You want to elaborate?
So the long and short of it is it was from a Dragon Magazine letters section. A
Ah.
reader posted that his character Waldorf had killed everything and all the gods and everything. He wanted to collect the golden experience from all that. And then that letter generated a lot of replies. Back then you had to send in letters, to get in
Right.
the paper. It generated a bunch of replies, which was hilarious.
Oh.
Just so you know, I
You
of
replied.
course did a comic on it. So if you want to read the entire transcript of the Waldorf story, word for word, and all the
Oh.
responses, there it is on my blog.
Oh, that's
Fantastic.
awesome, man.
That's how you do A to Z, Jay.
Yes. Awesome.
That is
Thank
great.
you.
That is beautiful.
So any
Oh.
other W's out there?
Oh my gosh.
Throw them in the chat.
2015 this was 10 years
Oh.
ago.
I'm not doing any work here. I'm just going to answer. I want the chat to come up with the
Absolutely,
W's.
man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we're in
So
W.
there's Waldorf. Any other
Yeah.
W's?
Well, we have Walworth that I think is worth mentioning because it's the island in the Near Div,
Yep.
and it's the county that formed around and the Walworth family that got in Shieldlands. That was the founding family of the Shieldlands.
First,
But
it's a
it
county
comes
in
from
Wisconsin.
exactly. It comes from a county in Wisconsin that was Gary Gygax's realm in the Castle and Crusade, the original CNC Castle and Crusade campaign in the Castle and Crusade Society, whatever
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
I got some
called.
good ones.
That was early on. So that's where the Walworth has history before Greyhawk and then was inserted into Greyhawk. Yeah.
And also, you have a lot of, we both, and I have different versions of Katarina in our campaign. So Katarina Walworth is there.
Exactly.
Oh, Wayne, thanks, man.
And we have Holmer, Walworth, and a bunch of them. I invented several others in the family that have tied to various things and stuff. So, but Walworth is, it comes from a county in Wisconsin, and that Gary took that name to use in his campaign and in the Castle and Crusades. That was kind of a mixture between wargaming and D&D, if I understand it correctly, that they used various rules. Then I'm not sure if they even used D&D rules or whatever, but it was early on. And that's where the Walworth realm was there too. Yeah.
Boom! On this one, BB, Wastry.
Wastry, there
Yes.
you go. Attaboy.
Now,
Of course. Yeah.
2 Saturdays ago, I had them fight a priest of Wastry who was doing awful things to halflings, but he was just a pawn for some Nagas, for a Naga. But yeah, so I just recently used Wastry in an adventure. So a very good one.
Yeah, and
Really
Curtis, you pass.
Yes.
You go from Chicago to Lake Geneva. You pass the Walworth County sign, so that's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, and the Wastry's blessing spell did not work that day. They made their save, Curtis, unfortunately. But I think was it you or Brett failed the save and had all the freaking warts grow all over your body. It was awesome. So yes, a great spell. Yeah, absolutely. Where does the idea? We don't know. No one will own up to who created Wastry. We've asked that. We just don't know who created. My guess is Gary Gygax, but there's no one will own up to it.
No, but it's early on, so it's been there since forever. So yeah.
Yeah, not at all official. You have Sagatha, which is a little bit more powerful than Wastry. So yes, not Wastry's blessing. Now I have something that Zebka created that begins with W.
Oh yes.
The Wars box set, right?
Good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to go to hell? Here it is. So, yes, the GREYHAWK Wars box set.
A
Now,
fantastic game that took forever to play.
Yeah, well, war games tend to.
It takes a little bit too long to play, but yeah.
Now,
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Anna. Go ahead.
I was going to say I saw they played it at GaryCon this year, or last year rather.
Cool.
So that was I saw it played there. So yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, it was kind of I was witnessing a game being played where they had this and all the armies and stuff up. That was kind of cool to see. Yeah.
So Oh my God! See, I was in the middle of doing something else. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Oh well, it couldn't have been that important then.
Uh-oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
no, it's
interrupted
okay.
you.
It's okay. That's what happens when you get old. So,
Happens to me every time I cross a
yeah,
door, go
my
into another room,
gosh.
I lose my train of thought.
What the hell was it gonna be? Oh, so if you open this up, I have a sealed one, so I'm not opening up. But inside, if you get a PDF copy, there's a lot of great, unique magic items in here you can put in your campaign that Mike shared on, I think, on one of
Yeah.
his blogs. Right, Mike? You did one on the GREYHAWK Wars items that are in the box set. Yeah, it's a great blog.
Yeah. Yep.
So for that, so if
5e conversion.
Yep. So you want to try it with plastic figures from Risk? That's funny. How the wars end up in your campaign? Well, the wars, first off, they happened 10 years later because I was like, how am I gonna implement this? And not as much was taken over, but a lot was. And then we were working it back. Like Shieldlands has probably recovered in my game about a third of the Shieldlands is back, but then you got the Fultians in there too. So yeah, but everyone's is different, which is the cool thing about it. So that's a good one there. All right. So what other W's do we have? I'll say it for my campaign, but everyone else is gonna go. You're a suck up, right? So we go here, and let me see if I can find. Here it is. This is updated, so it's not updated, but the greatest named character's last name in all of RP, the Winchester family tree, right? Fritz Winchester, Emerson the Fourth, all the Winchesters are here. I got to put in Emerson the Fourth, and he's gonna have twins coming here with Elazira. I got to add that in there. There's Fritz. Ding, yeah. So there you go. The Winchesters are W. Thank you all for the hype chain. Hype train, blah. There you go. Waiting for F. Yeah, absolutely. So, the Winchesters. Yep. And like I said, Supernatural stole from me, not the other way around. Shieldlands is a proper punching bag, but not as popular, though, what do you think, Mike, as 10 was during Living Greyhawk?
Well, that's completely different.
Yeah. Well, let's get drunk and let's just have these things appear out from the ether and kill everything else even more. Yeah.
It was like the wars obliterated Almor and Living Greyhawk obliterated 10.
To be a punching bag, you have to be hit repeatedly.
Well, 10 was
10
hit
was
both
taken
in the...
out like that. Almor
yeah, but 10 was hit both in the wars and the Living Greyhawk and all that. So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. All right. So, any other W's?
Let's see here.
Any suggestions?
What's that?
Asking the chat any suggestions, or we can move on to a new level.
We have the town of Woodwich can be mentioned. Yeah, we can mention it. Yeah.
If we go to, and this is another, and I'm going to refer to my campaign because I don't care, right? We should be able to, we have a big named Ruined Keep that has been the focus of many adventures. So, hey, Witch! Hey, Star!
Yeah, we have Wolf Nomads and Wild Coast.
Wolf Nomads is a good one too. Absolutely.
Yeah, Wild Coast is worth an honorable mention because it's such an early thing.
Wild Coast,
in
my
the
gosh,
original...
how can we forget the Wild Coast?
Yeah, it's
that's a great one.
The first adventure area, the oldest adventure area in the setting in a lot of ways. Yeah.
So here's my favorite observation on Wild Coast.
Thanks,
If you drop the word coast,
yeah.
And next door, if you drop the word bay, you have wild and woolly. Wild and woolly.
Cool.
Gygax loves to play with words.
Yeah, well, you probably are correct on that. That's the first time ever that I've ever noticed it from you, from anyone. Yeah. Bad choice is usually best plot hooks. Yes. Yeah, so Wild Coast, huge. Whoops, it would be nice if I showed this right now. The Wild Coast is one of the, and the Woolly Bay, both W's.
Now, as for a Wolf Nomad comment, there's a lot we could say about the Wolf Nomads, but I have always found it useful that the Wolf Nomads' actual name is the Wigweir.
Yeah.
They both start with W, so as a mnemonic, it's easy to remember.
Yep. And also understandable because the Wigweir might mean wolf or something in their language or whatever, so there might be just a literal translation. Yeah.
Yeah, BB, kind of, but that was only done in that really is done more in from starting in GREYHAWK Wars, right? From the ashes,
Yeah,
you
Wild
know.
Coast was this kind of place that was
Yeah,
very intensely used in early. It's interesting. It's something that is used both in publication and in adventuring. But if you think of it from the in-setting perspective, it's one of these kind of forgotten places that are not really ruled by anyone to begin with. It's one of these kind of overlooked areas because that's why it's wild. It's not organized or civilized or anything like that. So yeah.
I think that Jeremy, that is Weeping Willow. I think that is a living Greyhawk specific thing from High Folk. I don't know of the Weeping Willow. And there's the Timeless Tree, which would be T, right? But no Weeping Willow that I'm aware
Weeping
of.
Willow. See, that's
Yeah.
the point where you're like, okay, we're done with W's. Because
Yeah.
when you get down to something that level,
Yeah.
it's time to move on.
I got one
Yep.
more.
Mm-hmm.
Skarn's ruined Wolfmaster Keep right here,
Oh, there you
not
go.
right in our far from Altamira, and you've seen that big ruined keep. We use that also for, and this will come up in other letters coming up, and that is
Yeah.
with S.
Well, we have
So
White Plume Mountain can get
White
an
Plume Mountain's
honorable
another
mention.
one.
Yeah.
There you go, another
Worm
good one.
Crawl Fisher is another one that can
Worm
get a
Crawfisher right there. So
mention.
there you
Yep.
go.
Mm-hmm.
We hit them all up. All right, audience, pick us a letter.
Yeah,
Pick
that's
us
good
a
idea.
letter
Yes.
Yeah.
that you want to do.
Whatever the first letter.
You do, man. That would be great. That would be great. Z.
Z.
Well
Okay.
done, Caesar.
All right. Well,
Okay, there we go.
Z's not as hard
Just
as
get
you would
them out of the
think.
way.
No, we have an
right,
obvious one is Zeef. Yeah.
Sultanate of Zeef.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go to
Come on, chat.
Wild
What Z's
Coast.
do you want to talk about?
Let's go to the Wild Coast.
Okay.
There's a big one here. Where is Zengeldra's Tower? Is right here, isn't it? Where is Zengeldra's Tower?
It's in the gnarly.
Gnarly, yeah. It should be.
Yeah,
right.
it's in the gnarly.
I'm looking right at it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there it is.
Divers.
There it is.
Yep.
Zengeldra's Tower. Yep. There's a Z.
Cool.
What's up,
Yep.
Rob? Yes, a bit of a lunatic in there. So, people already said Zeb Cook. Hold on 1 second here. So note, Star did raid into us. I really appreciate that. She is playing a new character I made up for her on Saturday for Nuclear Meat. So there you go. All right, Zendreld. And then how about a deity?
Well, you have Zilchus.
Yes.
Zudrak?
Obvious.
Zudrak.
Yes,
Never heard of him.
Zudrak. Yes. Michael Zudrak.
Yes.
Zilchus.
Yeah. Zudrak.
Zilchus is a good deity.
I actually have a Zilchus story. This is
Please, let's do it.
I mean, this could be derogatory. I apologize, but one of my players actually broke this one out last night.
Okay.
He said that copper wire was invented by two Zilchus priests trying to hold on to a copper piece. A tug of war from a copper piece. They invented copper wire. I'm thinking that's got to be a real world.
Yeah, that's a
joke, but applied to Zilchus, it made sense, so I gave him credit for that.
Jason Zavoda. There you go.
Zeech. Thank you, Curtis.
Yep.
Zavoda, yes.
Zeech.
Zavoda,
Oh my god, I just want Zeech. Zeech is one of those. We're missing the biggest one of all, though.
Zeech,
crap, wrong button.
Such a good NPC.
Yep.
He is like a very charming guy, but he's evil and debauched, and I love it.
At the end, we were talking to Eric Mona about the end of Age of Worms, and that Zeech could crawl his way in there, and he's like, I don't think he was a fan of that ending of the story. That Zeech could just take over everything. So yeah, W for wrong button. Yeah. So zagging himself. I don't know how he missed that.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. There you go. There's Zagig from the deities.
Yep.
From the. Yep. Another good one. I can't think of many others beyond that because someone throwing us a curveball with a difficult one there. Z. Anyone else with a Z?
I'd say that's sufficient.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Mike.
Yeah.
That is pretty sufficient. So, good one.
That was the
Plus, you have
Zayn.
to save some for
Zane,
A to Z
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah. Zane is with a Z or an
Yeah.
X, right? You
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Yeah, with the Z is from the
Gary, we
Coons,
just
Rob
did. They gave us
Coons.
Z. We did just pick one for the audience. They gave us a Z.
Yeah. Well, Z, you have Rob Coons, the Maze of Zayn. Oh, now we lost. Oh, there you go.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Mace
it
of
was
Zane
Gary,
is.
Gary saying
Yeah.
one answer from the audience per letter, move on to the next letter. Yeah, we'd get through it quicker, but
Well, I don't think we're
I
gonna
mean,
do.
Well,
I
we-
would
we don't
entertain
need-
at least a few. We just don't
Yeah.
dwell on them too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, give us a letter of someone.
Mm-hmm.
A letter.
I have to tick off Z here. So there we go.
Yeah, we've done A, W, and Z
Z.
so far.
E, thank
There you
you,
go.
that's right.
E. Okay,
A,
good one.
W,
Yep.
and Z so far. Now E. Okay.
Well,
Throw out
Elisa, the
your
old
E's.
Queen Elisa. We need to
Yeah.
mention her. That named
Whoops.
that was named after one of Gary's kids or something. I don't know.
friends.
Yeah.
Queen Alyssa. Was she
I thought it was
immortal
A. Are you sure it's an
or-
E?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, Elisa, the queen from Old Flan Queen,
Yeah.
Elisa with the birds and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
because it's on
Long-
here.
The name.
It's Alyssa Plains with an A.
Oh yeah. The country is A, but the
Oh.
The person.
the queen from the old myth or old Flan
Oh.
legends is Elisa. With an
Okay.
E.
Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But it's
Okay,
the wrong
Rob.
side of the map, so you don't.
Yeah,
need
you're
to
right. I
know
have no idea.
Yeah.
Ilona is a great deity
Yeah.
that we don't talk about enough.
Exactly.
I like that she actually has a human and an elf
Yep,
aspect.
Aspect, 100%.
Yeah, I have it that was the old Flan who borrowed the elven deity and they used it.
Priesthood.
So I have Elona as an old
Which
Flan
is-
and elven goddess.
Same could go with Eula then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dwarven and old Flan kind of then
Gary,
common.
this is potpourri, man. This is shoot at the hip day.
Yeah. Mhm.
So one thing, Alana's one of the rare ones in my specialty priests that serves as both. And here's the priesthood, but you can be a priest or a druid specialty, either or, and there's some little different
Yeah.
abilities with each. But yeah, so
The picture
yeah.
of Ilana in GREYHAWK Adventures is one of my most in my mind I can recognize.
well, with
that
her
illustration.
leaning on that thing, hanging out, that picture.
No, where she's hanging out with like woodland creatures and stuff. She just
Yeah.
kind of sitting there.
Mhm.
Let me bring up GREYHAWK Adventures. That's great. It's one of our because we had so many half elves early on in our campaign, a ton back in the day of multiclassing.
Really well. Yeah.
Alona was a huge deity in the campaign setting. Huge.
Yeah.
Here we go. Deities are right there. That one. Yeah, her just leaning
Yeah.
her arm on the. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, right, leaning.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you
What's
go.
not to like?
There's not. Oh, definitely, it's a great one. I like the Roger Moore article where they're walking around with a bow in her hands too. I like that one too.
Yeah.
Both good.
We have a free city that is with the letter E that is often forgotten, and it's an old one that was given some good treatment
Exag.
in a dragon. Exactly, Exag, the city of Exag that I did
Never-
heraldry of on like a month ago. So yeah,
It's on the left side of the map too, but I've never used it. And Mike may be using it soon too if he's doing Paraland, right?
My
it's-
map doesn't. It cuts out exactly.
oh, exactly. You cut it off there.
because
Yeah, just south of it.
the way
Yeah,
it's oriented.
yeah.
There it is. Exactly.
But it's a cool and when I did the research for the heraldry and it that has some cool write ups and stuff. So it's an interesting place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Give us an E on that one. Elminster. Just kidding. I'm
Well, I
kidding.
guess he technically visited GREYHAWK once or twice, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
You have to ask.
I am.
I have to ask him next time he's on the show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Well, it won't be that long. He's going to be on.
Oh, Eklavdra, that's a good one.
Yeah, Eclavdra's a great one.
Yeah.
Eventide and Niron, that's a good one there, Rob. Yep. Eclavdra is awesome. No matter who she's worshiping or,
Yeah, and
How-
Eventide. Good
How
one too.
about Elemental Evil? I know there's
yeah.
a temple, but
mhm.
the
Yeah,
cult
there's
of
a lot,
elemental
I do.
evil.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Where
And
another E.
I also must give Eventide a shout out as a good naming convention. I think it's so cool that Eventide on a thing that has more coastline than almost every other place. I think it's really it's a cool way of naming something. Yeah.
Did Gary create Eventide?
No, I
It's
think it's
Nairon.
for
It's probably
I
living
think
Greyhawk.
it's a Markland's
Oh, is it Markland's? Okay,
construction.
cool.
Marklands?
I think so. Yeah, my guess, but it might have been mentioned early on. But
Hmm.
my guess
Oh,
is
look
that it's a
at that.
Markland so it's from
Sergeant.
the Sergeant era. Yeah, my guess is that it's a Sergeant era
Where is it in
convention.
Nairon? Because I have no idea.
Southern Nyrond. Yep,
Is it
as far south as you go,
there-
Eventide. There you go.
is it all the way at the bottom here somewhere?
No, you see,
Oh, wait a minute.
it's a Viscounty of Eventide.
Oh, am I looking right at it and I don't even see
Yeah,
it?
you're
Is there a
looking
town?
right at it. No, it's
Oh.
it's a Viscounty.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking at it. It's in the go a little bit
Oh, there
left
it is. There it is. All right, it's down here.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the probably by area the almost the biggest or one of the biggest
And one of the most
places.
empty too.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Nairon.
It's overlooked. There is very little published, but it should be more. It's worth more. So yeah.
So I'm gonna
Everyone
give
seems to like the letter E.
I'm gonna
which-
give a attaboy to Michael Zudrak, who came up with Eric's cousin.
Yes.
That was a good one, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. I was able to bring up this up. really
Eric's
quickly.
cousin
Eric's
is
cousin.
really cool. That is also mentioned as one of the he might be the unnamed hierarch of Forn Society.
Really?
Yes, mentioned as a rumored to be. Yeah,
Huh.
which is yeah.
So
So
yep. Good one. Because he is a devilish worshiper. He's got a pact with Beelzebub, whatever you call it there. So I don't know Erkio from Earth Journal 29, Michael. Sorry, I don't know who that is. Is that one of yours? So
yeah, and we have another city, a capital on the letter E, Enstad in Selene.
yeah, it's a great one.
Yeah, yeah.
Enstad is a very, very good one.
That's been there
I'm
since the
gonna
early days.
Oh yes, all that
Yeah.
was there was Enstad and Carwood. That was it.
Exactly, that was it. So yep.
Where's East Fair, Gary?
East Fair is the capital of the North Kingdom or the North Province.
Oh, that's
so,
why I don't have any idea.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's one of the biggest cities in the former Grey Kingdom. And there were Grinnell, where you called him Duke or Overking or whatever, that
Right.
he hangs out and rules the North Province and later the North Kingdom or yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's yeah. It's East Fair. And then you have Edgefield, just southwest of it, another important city in as well. So on
There's East Fair.
the letter E. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. We're good on E.
Yep. Okay.
Who wants
What's
to go next?
Yeah, exactly. Next letter. Yep.
Who would love to go next? Do we have a winner?
Yeah, we'll see.
letters.
J.
J. Okay, good one.
Attaboy, attaboy. Throw your J's out there now.
J is tough.
Well, Mike, I think it was you who put in the list, or maybe it was Alan putting Jolene of Illuna.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that is definitely that. Alan's
Did
probably good at
Jolene ever move on after her betrothed was kidnapped?
I don't think so. I don't think she mentioned she's popped up in lore
during
afterwards.
The row.
She's married to Thrommel.
He became a spinstress.
She's a
yeah.
priestess or something.
She's married to Thrommel. Thrommel survived, got rescued in Temple of Elemental Evil. She's married to Thrommel.
There you go. Yeah.
There you
Maybe
go.
she
They just
But
didn't
it's
marry
your
merge.
little local timeline here.
It just
so,
didn't
yeah.
merge. No, that's going to be in one of our publications, Anna.
Okay, there you go.
So yes,
Could
Jolene.
have settled for a Hittite prince. Or
How about
something.
this? A class. Roger Moore class. It may not be Greyhawk.
the
Jesters.
Jester. Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Jesters are fun. Ron,
Yeah.
no, Ron Jeremy. That's funny there, Curtis.
Evil
That's
Chester.
funny. Yeah, I don't know if I imagine there's some J's in Jernra, the capital of
Yep.
right here, the capital of the county of Ulick.
Yep. Yep. And we also have the most infamous mercenaries in the whole of
Gian,
GREYHAWK.
good one,
They
Gary.
start with J. Jurase from the Bandit
Yeah,
Kingdoms.
sure.
Yep.
Well,
Or Joras or whatever however you pronounce it. Yep.
Gary said Gian of Monmouth, good one, with a J.
Yeah, just west of Rockroost or
Yeah.
Jurase, the Kingdom of Jurasi, that had infamous mercenaries coming from Jurasi, and they fight anybody except themselves, so to speak, or each other. Yeah,
Judges
they did.
Guild. Yeah, well, they did a lot of stuff in the early days. You could
Yep.
combine over. So,
Another
kind of. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Nope. Nope. All right, we missed a big W, which is a J also. Ouija. How do we miss Ouija?
Oh yeah,
W's.
Ouija.
We missed
yes.
it. We missed Ouija and W's. So yeah. So
Yeah.
W and J. Ouija. Wow, that's a good one, Gary. Jungle Lost Ships. That's a real good.
Yeah.
One. That's a good one. It's a real good one. Perfect. Let's see.
I'm thinking if I have any more J's.
Yes, there is. There's Curtis is going to start stroking. One of the greatest monsters of all time begins with a J. I've used it a lot.
Oh,
the
the Juggernaut. Yes. Good one.
Yes, one of my favorites. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Kudos to Judges Guild for all the stuff that they've done. Yeah, absolutely. I have done a lot for D&D. Absolutely, 100%. So I think we're about tapped on.
Yeah,
that's
the
good.
deity drew me.
Yep.
The deity drew me. Jacinth, good one. Jacinth of Inestimable Beauty. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Good job on that one, Gary.
Yeah.
An artifact. Yep. Gistrul. Well, yes, that's the house of Lord Gazumba's house. But yes, House Gistrul and yep, in Celine. Where I can't. My brain's off here. Yep, House Gistrul, right up here. There you go with a J. Good one for my campaign. There, Touch. I appreciate you paying attention. All right, so J's are about Jaskar. Good one. God of hills and mountains. Another Len deity. That's a good one. Jakartai. There you go. Archer Jakartai.
Yeah.
Not one of my favorite characters, but
no, but I tried to put him in my I put in my campaign, and then I gave him some love, both literally and figuratively. Yep.
Okay.
Literally because I made him one of Katarina's lovers. Yep.
Good warrior.
So he just dumped it. Well, she's dead, so I guess.
Oh, exactly. That's the and he's also an honorable one. So they are tied in both politically and in every way, so to speak. Yep.
Jalpa.
Oh, Jalpa. That's a good one. Jalpa, one of the cities of it's one of the central cities in the Great Kingdom that never got any real love or attention in setting, but it's centrally located between Reldevin and Rossi's.
Oh, there it is, Principality
It's Jalpa. Yeah, but it was never mentioned really, so it never got any attention public in lore, so to speak. It's just mentioned, but it seems to be one of the key cities from the core center of the Great Kingdom, so to speak.
What house runs Jalpa?
It is Jalpa is a combination of, it's a Darman run. Darman and Darman and Crandon. It's a Darman Crandon combination.
Are they alive, Darman and Crandon people? Or no?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's that's another thing of Jalpa. Since they don't have a high political profile, they have managed to ride out the storm, so to speak.
Okay.
Yep.
So that city, yep. It's a combination of the Darmans are in control, but the Crandons have married them way in. So yeah.
I'm the guy that paranoid. Jumper the Mage, good one.
Yep.
Yes. Acne faced, crazy creating exploding zombie jumper. Good one. All right. J
Yep.
is done.
O. The letter is O.
Oh, got
okay.
it. Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Well, Werik, the planet, or the continent, Earth, Werik. Yeah.
A good
Yes.
one. That's a good one.
Olman. Yeah.
Olman, absolutely the
Yep.
Olman.
Yes.
So
Ah,
I have two.
okay.
Yep.
Osprey.
Osprey, my
Very
God.
Very good.
Yeah,
I've
good
used
one.
Osprey in my Sea Princess campaigns before. I had a ship of all female crew came over from Lordship of the Isles. They were Osprey worshippers. Good times.
Yep.
So do you like Osprey better or Zerbo? Or you're indifferent?
Indifferent.
Okay.
Yep. And Aldred, yeah, one of the biggest
Aldred,
cities
yeah.
in
Where
Nyrond.
we
That
play
Yeah.
right
where
now.
we that
On
Old Red.
yeah, what Malku's campaign is in Aldred. We're playing in Aldred there right now.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
It's
All right.
Old Red is next to New
Yep.
Dread, right?
I messed
Nope.
up.
Nope.
Give me a sec. I messed the map up.
On wall, yes.
But it's
Rob.
interesting. Red
On
is one of
wall.
these seems to be one of the origin word for something. Yeah, because there's a lot of reds, like rels.
Otis.
Yep.
Okay, Jeff. Odaluk is a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otiluk.
In Vecna
Otis, good
Lives, Odaluk,
Mhm.
Circle of Eight. He's among the group that get whacked at the beginning of the adventure.
Mhm.
One of the magic items that Odaluk wears is a girdle of kobold strength. I
Curse.
kid you
Oh.
not. So I don't know what strength that gives you, but that all that told me was that Odaluk is weaker than a kobold.
Well, Otiluk is a dual class human, if I recall, with a couple levels of cleric as well. According to the here. So wow, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, bad.
Obadiah, Otiluk,
He is a
yeah.
grouch.
Otis, yep, one of Luke's characters. Absolutely.
Ubadhai, yes, not a good
Obadiah
one.
the
Yep.
Shalom.
Mhm.
One of my
The Flan god is
big-
the father of nature.
I use him a lot. Obadiah as my
Thank you, Zudrax.
one move into. Here we go. There's priests.
Okay, I'm wrong. It's not a girdle of kobold strength. It was gauntlets of kobold,
Ah,
and it gives him a 9 strength. So without it, he's weaker than a kobold. I'm
Strength
sure
is.
Eric
Oh yeah,
Miller
it
would
says it right
appreciate
here. Strength is 5.
that.
Holy
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah, he's been sick.
Wow. Yeah, it's here. Gauntlets of Cobalt. No, it says Gauntlets of Cobalt power right here in this publication. Wow. I never noticed that. Great one.
Obme's a good one. So I was running the 5e adaptation of the Giant series. I had finally got through the Frost Giant part. Before we did the Giant series, we had played White Plume Mountain. So the party have Wave and Whelm.
Mm-hmm.
So when they rescue Obme, the whole time Obme is like sweating. He's like, "Oh, Whelm. He wants that hammer real badly." And then the campaign stalled. We never came back to it. But Obme was this close to getting an artifact.
Nice.
Yeah. We have a river that is not that known, but kind of cool, that starts with and that's Ophicum River that runs near Doraka at the north of the Wildestill Lake, into Wildestill Lake. Yep. That has the devouring bridge across it. That is part of the Skull Road that goes over the Ophicum River. Yep.
I found it.
And Earthblood, yeah. Mm-hmm. One of these kind of what is it, like a type of rock that is
I always get
magical
confused.
powers, or what is it? Yeah,
Earthblood is the one that is around Tensors, or is that the one inside under Zagigs?
I'm not sure.
GREYHAWK ruins.
Yeah,
There's 2 different things, right? I was getting confused. Yeah.
Biker.
Oh, Mrs. Birthday dinner. Cool, man. Enjoy that.
cool. Yeah. I think the Oppic River is named in the I Use the Evil. I think it's a Sergeant
Old
era
Faith.
construction. I think
That's a good one too.
because I don't think it's named in the Darlene map, if I remember correctly.
So, Ogrillin, beautiful.
Yeah.
Ogre, Ogrillin, yeah. Orog, all of them.
I was just looking at Ogrelons the other day.
I love Ogrillins. It's weird. Like the Orog shows up in second edition, and then it's like, well, if the female is the ogre or whatever, one's an Ogrillin, one's an Orog. I always had it. The Ogrillin's an ogre crossbreed. The Orog are like the Urukai that maybe have a little bit of human in them, and they can level up. That I used created. That was how I changed them up. So, Joe from Baldur's Beacon. Yeah,
That's
well, he won't.
Gary.
Yeah, you're right. It will come up. It will come up in 3 weeks. Absolutely. Yep. Old
Nice.
Jat C. That's another one.
And Old
right.
Faith and the
The Old
old
Faith.
one
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
old one. Yeah.
So I have 3 O's. 2 locations, and one is, of course, the Order of Ulick, O, right? And then I have Outpost number 2 and Outpost number 1. 2 locations that are beginning with O. So.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, Phantom NJ. Yeah, the Old
Old
Yahtzee
Yahtzee.
is a good one. Yeah, and thank you for the game yesterday. That was Old Yahtzee is a good one. Good one. Great one.
Excellent.
Ah.
So, all right, I think that's enough for O.
New letter.
Yeah.
You.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, we have a one that rarely mentioned, but that was written in is another one from I Use the Evil, Ursun. That orcish tribe, exactly, an orc clan, orc tribe up in and I created their capital, Ursunagard. Yeah.
So would that be the most numerous of the orc soldiery?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, one of the biggest orc tribes in. I have it that they are ruling over the Howling Hills and north around there. That's the Ursun. The domain of the Ursun, or Ursun Guard is or Ursuna Guard is the
So in my Parentland campaign 2 weeks ago, I ran my players through a real quick Temple of Eula. I buried Temple of Eula, and
that's
when
cool.
When they made their religion rolls, because I'm new to this god, I never used her before. They're like, oh, it's a mountain with a gem. So they rolled the religion. When they scored high enough, then they all immediately went to their cell phones and started looking up Eula. Cracked me up. Cracked me up. I didn't have to do anything.
It's an obscure deity because it's not a specific deity to a race or demi-humans. It's like all of them. It can be humans, gnomes, halflings, dwarves. It can be any of them. So, and it's a greater deity, too. So
Ulek, that's an easy
one.
one.
The Ulick states.
The tri-states of Ulick.
Yeah, and Ernst.
I always like that distinction. The tri-states, like they're all a unit or something.
Yeah.
Here's another deity from Gnome Land, which we discussed recently. Erdlin the Crawler,
Oh.
Yeah, a really chaotic evil deity. Umberhulk, there you go, Michael. Good one. Yeah.
Notorious Umberhulks, that's a first.
Umberhulk.
Like, I didn't know, are Umberhulks intelligent? I'm not even really sure.
No, but they're cool. I love Umberhulks are awesome.
One of the most Greyhawk 2-star. All's good, yes, all. That's one, but there's a better one. What is Greyhawk like? Was the charm of Greyhawk when it first came out? It's a big place, and it was only Greyhawk, and it was like only the Underdark.
Ah.
Right. Yes, the Michael, the Underdark. The Underdark was the place.
Yep.
Dark Elves, the Underdark. That was so Greyhawk at the time. So early on. Yep.
I am doing an entire comic on the Underdark.
Nice. All is we wouldn't have anything on all besides.
Never heard of it.
For Mike.
Never heard of it.
He's never run anything there. What's up, Von Moku?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Hello.
So all.
I've ran as many adventures in O at GaryCon as I have in my home campaign.
None.
If that tells you something. No, one.
One?
One home campaign, one at GaryCon.
Was the home campaign just you're going to run an adventure and you're like, I don't want to stay here, or
They
just?
were in all. They had to do a job for Robbie Delzame, and that was it.
Oh, okay. What's up, Tino? That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. All righty. Any other use?
No, I'm trying to find things here, but nah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, sounds like a good time to move on. If the chat's petered out, then
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
then
Yep.
Yeah.
New letter. So yep.
Okay.
H
I don't know what Umarel
H.
is.
Oh,
I
I
don't know
mean
what
neither.
that is, Fuzz.
H.
Yeah, we said or H.
Oh, H. Yeah, we have
Uncle
a
yeah.
place that is was invented in I Use the Evil, and greater got a little bit more significance. It's the town or village or city, depending on where you take it, of Halorn, that is just west of the Rift Canyon, that I made into that I use as building a new capital in. But it was originally just a village that grew to a town and then became a hub in the empire of Ayus, so to speak, and grew in significance. So Halorn, yeah.
I should be right here.
Hepmona Land is a good, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hepmona Land's a good one. High Folk.
Yep. Yep.
That's another good location. Yeah. Horn Society.
Yep.
Right. Thanks, Tino.
The Horned Society would make a great, when they're taken over and then they're scattered, they should become like a terrorist group that are just everywhere.
So, how about humans and humanoids?
Yeah.
Always talked about
honorable mentions. Yep.
How about one of the greatest adventures? How about one of the greatest adventures ever written? It has 2 H's in it. Hateful Wars is big, Gary. That's another one.
That's a good one.
It is.
We've talked plenty about.
How about Horror in the Holes? Woo!
Oh,
Double H. And the Hole Marshes. So where Wastry lives. Yes. So, but yeah, Heward, yeah, Hamlet. Oh man, yeah, how we fit Hamlet. Hey, I like that. Hateful Wars. It was one of my first 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one.
Is the Hateful Wars responsible for the rise of the Temple of Elemental Evil and the Horde of Elemental Evil?
No, I do not see. That's a good question, but I don't think so. I think that. Let me go over to the map here. It's a really good question.
Yeah. While you're looking at the map, I'm just going to mention the coolest highlands in the Greyhawk setting, Howling Hills.
Howling Hills, that's another great
one. And Hoch Jebli, I think it's Hobgoblins in Flan. Yep. Mm-hmm.
There we go.
That's
Hell
awesome,
Furnaces, another one. Tomb of Horrors, another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, I just think nothing, when you talk Hateful Wars, nothing happened on the east of the Lort Mills. They had some stuff that happened maybe in here and maybe on the outskirts of the Cron Hills. Nothing ever touched. And the Hateful Wars were 120, 130 years before, right? Not 120 at that point. 70.
So that's
70 years before. I don't
humanoid
think
generations.
Yeah, I don't think that was it. And the Temple of Evil was created by evil humans, right? At that point. So yeah. Handmaiden.
Yeah, we have another H.
Is that the name of the moon? Handmaiden?
Selene.
Yes.
Selene is the Handmaiden.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Selene is the Handmaiden.
That's a good one, Gary. Good obscure one.
Yeah. Heartlands in Vestvi Forest from the Marklands. That is I guess the human names of the elven realm of the Vestvi. So the Heartlands.
Yep,
that Mike invented the awesome name of Taranal. That I like it. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a good one.
It
flows. It flows.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I have it that the Heartlands is the human name for it, and Taranal is the elven name. Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see what else we got.
High Folk. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that was the first thing thrown out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's all right. How about Knights of the Heart?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Heart.
H-A-R-T. Yep. Heart. How about Dale's not here? The Highlander Towers.
Yeah.
In what's that? North Province. It's another one. Yeah, I was able to hit that up there. Let's see. Anyone else with Hill Giants?
High
Hill,
Tower Inn, that's a good place to take your money.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yep. So we got a lot of
Harold Johnson.
yeah. Well,
Think I've met Harold Johnson.
you have met Harold Johnson. Uh,
I
yeah,
think I sat next to him at one of Carlos's games, actually, observing.
Oh yeah, I met him at GaryCon. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever spoke to him.
Hand of Vecna.
Only very briefly from my part. Yep.
The problem with that, Gary, is every letter is something of Vecna. B, ball sack of Vecna, right? So, like, that's the thing, you know? So, hey, darling, what's going on? So,
Hello.
everyone who's coming in, if you're new here, I know Darling had a lot of cool people coming into her stream. The giveaway is big today. We're doing a hardback Expeditions to the Ruins of Greyhawk reprint. So, exclamation point drawing. If you want to get on that, you just got to be on. Thank you all for coming on and just hang out, enjoy the stream. Exclamation point drawing. We're doing letters A to Z. We're on H now. We're bouncing all over the place, going over key Greyhawk things. It's kind of a fun show today. Yep. So
I say we move on to the letter D.
D.
Darling's here.
Okay.
D for Darling. You got it.
Yep.
That's cool. Now my pencil broke. Trying to put down all these letters.
Well, we have the capital of the Ayusian lands. Doraka is an obvious one.
Yeah, Doraka. Divers.
Divers, another capital. Yeah. Why do everybody dislike Divers?
Because Divers is like the Camden of Greyhawk.
Divers has a prestigious, elevated history of
we got a
blah,
whole
blah,
Greyhawk
blah.
box set. Why do I need Divers?
Well, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Darren is a good one. You know, they made Darren a female hero goddess, and at the time, Darren's Instant Fortress, I always assumed that was a male, but I have always kind of been glad that they, made Darren a female goddess.
Yeah, Darren's a paladin, right?
I believe.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Draga. Here, Divers has one other.
There's a lot of them. Drawmage, Death Knight.
Oh yes, good.
Dragotha, another great one.
Yep.
The original location of the Tickling Feather, Diamond Lake.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, so there, another D. Right. Yeah. So.
Diamond Lake, I like because it has a monastery there. It's always so hard to find places that monks. A backstory for your character, like where do monks come from? Well, either the Scholar Brotherhood or the Backlash West. There was never, for me, anything in between.
Well, in Expeditions, they have the monastery in Greyhawk City,
and that's recent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Demiurge, Demogorgon, what a good one. Yeah. Demogorgon, Drell's another great one. Fuzz, another great one.
Dimri and the Bandit Kingdoms is another one.
Dimri's another good one. Drow, yep.
Oh, Drow, yes.
Drow, another good one. Yeah, definitely. Lots and lots of let me see here. I'm just going through some like.
Someone needs to lock out Gary because I can't comment on all those.
All right.
Dry Steps.
Doug Niles, who was just on, did the Dungeoneer's Survival Guide.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, another D.
Yeah, I'll need help.
How about Dungeon Magazine, and here's the 30 greatest, and Dragon Magazine, both D's.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of
D&D after all. So,
D&D, a lot of stuff has come out of those. 100%. Trying to see if there's any others. I'm just scrolling through here. My God, there's so many characters.
Dwur. I never used Dwur in gameplay, but when I'm like jotting my notes down, I write Dwur only because it's easier than running dwarves.
Yeah,
it's a shorthand.
Yeah, but I
know for myself.
It's like is the flan word for dwarf, I think. Yeah.
Dwarmer Master's another good one. There, where's that location, Anna?
Oh, Dullstrand.
Dullstrand.
Yep. Yeah. It's another great name, I think. Dullstrand, like the overlooked town that is Dullstrand. I love it. So the town on the Sundi coast that became independent when the Grey Kingdom fell apart. Yep.
Dwarves themselves. Dwarves. Yep. Absolutely. Good ones. There's a lot of duchies. Duchy of
Yes,
10,
lots of
Duchy of Ulick.
duchies. Yep.
Yeah,
Duchies.
so you have duchies that are also.
Which is the French word for dukedom, I think. Yeah.
Dustan. Where's Dustan? I
It's
don't
not
know.
where it's a person.
Oh, Dustin.
I don't know that one.
It rings a bell, but I forgot where the heck. Yeah.
Yep. The Demon Web. How's that? D.
Yeah.
Q1.
Mm-hmm.
The Demon Web. Yeah. Demon Web. Yeah.
And then, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Duntide. Another good name. Yep.
Yes, the Duntide River.
No, that's Greyhawk. Demogorgon. All of them. Orcus, Demogorgon are all Greyhawk.
Okay, if you want Delib, I have a whole comic series on him.
Yes.
I've seen his name thrown out 3 times.
Delib's good too. I don't know Duathal. Look at that Astro Delvin Brass, great one.
Oh yes,
Dwaffle. Sounds like it's time to move on.
I don't know that one, but Delvin Brass is good too. So yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, see, lots of D's.
And we have the city of Delacquen, or the large town, depending on
steps,
it.
Yep, we're repeating now. Time
to
move on.
That's okay.
Yeah, Delacquen, I think, is another one that is excellently named. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's from
Drowned
the Mark
ones
Lens.
I used at Gary Con.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if there's
drowned ones. Yeah. Do you?
Good one. Drowned ones, Gary.
Triple D.
Yep.
Deep Dwarven Delve. That's a triple D. That's Moose gets the win for D.
Yes.
3 Ds, lens game, L3, Deep Dwarven Delve. Good one.
Yeah. Now we can.
Yeah, that's a home run, man.
Yes.
That's an absolute banger there.
Yeah.
Hey, Mitty.
So what's the next letter then?
Yeah. Right,
P. The next letter
Dreadwood.
is P.
Parentland. Dreadwood, another good one, Gary.
Parentland's going good for old Mike. Yesterday we did a bunch of random encounters on travel, which I hardly ever do.
Oh wow, cool!
And they got so into it, it was unreal.
It's good to do that occasionally.
Yeah,
that's good.
One of the most forgotten. Oh, sorry.
Pomarsh. Yep.
Yeah, one of the most unknown cities in the whole of the Flanies, Polvar in Kent. Yep.
How about
the sister city of Molvar?
Yeah, exactly. Or Falvur.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Just good old-fashioned paladins.
Yep.
For P. A class you need to have early on. The Pale, Pitchfield, Foltus. Yes, great.
So one of my players is a Fulton priest, and let me say, last night they were trying to get a certain law enforcement person drunk in the game, and the Fulton priest failed his con save, and he ended up getting drunk. Which then we were like, "Oh, is that against your religion to get drunk?" And I don't know.
I don't think it is.
You tell me.
I don't think it is.
A Fulton?
But yes. Is he neutral or is he good?
I think it's lawful good. He's playing lawful good.
He's lawful good version. So he's playing the Sun version, the light version. All right. So Phoenix Polearm Paladin.
Oh, he's going try to go for that triple P. Yes. I don't know what that is, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, I think he just put in 3 things. Polearms are big for Gary Gygax, so yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he loved polearms.
Yep.
Which is a good one. So Falcon, a good deity.
Oh, good.
So
there's
really one I can comment. So Falcon should be a more popular deity than he is. And the reason being is he's the archery god.
And Cord's father.
He's a very martial deity, and I don't know how that god hasn't got pushed in more products.
That's a good question there, and he is a here. So I have him, and we actually have it. We have one in the campaign. He has a weird quirk, which maybe I don't know if it matters there, Mike. Archery god. The only weapon he can use melee is daggers. That's it. I guess he didn't want his deities, his people. So that's it. Dagger only. Yep. So. But it's a good deity. It's a really cool deity. Pyremius, another great one. Panjasek, part of the
Panjasek is a good one.
What do you call it? Oh my god, my brain
He's
shut.
the the Boneheart.
Boneheart, yeah. Pazuzu. That's yeah. There you go, another demon. So the Paynims, Phaeton, another deity.
Which is a hard one to use, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of them that are hard to use from.
Phostwood's a good one. That is one look. I've ran a lot of Greyhawk campaigns,
Phostwood.
and I've ran
Yeah.
everywhere on the map you can think of.
Pomarsh.
Except that's one of those places I've not ran. Phostwood.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. How can we? Did someone say Pomarsh?
Yeah.
At the very beginning.
Pomarsh is a
Okay,
good one.
good.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
Principality.
Mhm.
The only one that's a principality is Ulick, right? And all the others are principalities, correct?
There's a principality
Right.
of
but no, of the Ulics, it's not.
yeah, principality of Red Hand. Zeech is a prince.
Oh my god, we can't get away from Zeech.
No, we can't. He's everywhere.
I want to. You know what? I'm just going to do a mission to assassinate Zeech as a baby. The umbilical
Palace of
cord.
the Silver Princess.
Oh my
that's
god.
Mystara.
He's cool.
Yeah, that's Mystara, unfortunately, Moose. That's but it's a classic. If you have the orange one, then you're rich.
This close to running it though. When I was running
can put it in
Mystara
there.
recently,
I think Almor was a principality too back in the day, wasn't it?
Was it?
Hang on a second. Theocracy, maybe. Hang on a second. I need to.
I got a storm rolling in, by the way.
Oh, cool.
We'll see how this next hour goes.
No problem. We're burning through. We're already at 8:06, man. Do you think I mean, we're burning through this? That's the fun thing. We're having a good time with this one. Yeah, it's like you got to go pH with a lot of stuff here.
Pearl C, Parvemius. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking to see if there's any PU. Yes. Oh, how could I forget? Puppets, the adventure.
Oh. Yeah.
Woo! People in the testing. That's another. Yeah, Gary. That's a good one too, man.
Tribes of the Paynims. Another one.
Yeah, Plane of the Paynims.
Paynims, which has been excised from
yes
the current edition because it's derogatory.
Right.
Yeah.
That is. Apparently, I said apparently it was the very first one I did bring up, but it's a great place. Yeah,
I might actually be starting a second Parentland campaign.
Really? And you get it with interaction?
My friend Brandy is wanting to run a once a month game, and I said, "How about Parentland?" I'm like, it's on my mind right now.
That's good. She really needs to do that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Really cool. What, puppets? No. Puppets and then some is awesome. Puppets, no. So, alrighty. P was a good one.
I.
The letter I?
Okay.
Igwolf. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I use an Igwolf.
Yeah, Inspa. Another
Inspa,
classic
yes.
Greyhawk
villain and
location.
Igwolf.
Yeah.
So Gary said filter too late. Doesn't count. Doesn't exist. Ibid the Undying. Yes.
Oh yes. I use. Yeah. Ibid. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael. Yeah. Inspa is cool. It's detailed a bit in the Gord books, which is really cool. So yeah.
Did Gary have some kind of naming convention with I letters? Is this I use? Is it?
Thanks,
might be. Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Maybe. Yeah. Might be a lot of I's there. Yeah.
Incabulous.
Incabulous, a great one. Yeah. That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's a deity also that does not get used as much as it should. Right?
Right. Everyone's favorite underused evil god.
Equander. Nice one. That's Eric
Rona. Yeah. Equander was last I checked he was a librarian in the city of Greyhawk, but you know how things change. Fuzz, that's a good one. Iron Hills should be a country, right?
Yeah, it is mentioned as a country, but not listed as a country.
It's not listed.
Yeah, I agree that Iron Gate and the Iron Hills should be maybe Iron is the capital of it or whatever. It just should be something like that.
Yeah, but it was a demi-human realm, so only the elves got a full realm listed. Yeah, the other ones got demoted. Yeah.
Ice barbarians.
Good one.
Ilmater. Well, Ilmater. So Ilmater's only a deity in my campaign, Chris. Ilmater is a Forgotten Realms deity and a Celtic. No, Finnish.
I
Deity?
think Finnish. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's in my campaign. Ilmater's always been a deity in mine, but it's only in mine. In Cabulus, yeah, we talked about that. I just brought that up,
So
Caesar.
Inverness is
Ghost Tower of
the
Inverness.
author, name's escaping me. It's the author's
Hammock, Alan Hammock.
Yeah, it was from Hammock's home campaign, if
Yes.
you recall.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why Inverness is kind of like a real world
Yeah.
name that's
Well,
been
it's coming from
added to
Scotland.
Greyhawk.
Inverness is
yeah,
a place in Scotland. Yeah.
yeah.
What about Islen? Izlen.
Island. It's an Ius.
It's an Ius, right? It's not-
Island. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, it's an Ius.
I think it's on the Vesvi side.
You got heraldry for it.
It's in the northwest of the Whitestill coast, so to speak. So yeah.
Good one, Gary. Illithid too. Yep,
Yep.
that's a good one.
It's up there.
Oh.
Island is just
Great
south of the
name.
Dulce River on the northern.
Drawn it.
Yeah.
I think recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, up there on the Whitestill Lake there.
South
north,
or
north.
Oh, it's
up
way
there.
up there. Yeah, there you
Yep.
go.
Mhm. There's Island. Yep.
Yeah. It River.
I would actually have to look that one up. Usually I have a pretty good memory for the Flannis map, but I remember the river. I can't think off the top of my head.
And Irsen is another castle south of Doraka, but I'm not sure if that is on the public map. Or Infestix is a good one.
I'm not a fan of the novels.
Infestix.
Oh, you're not?
Yeah.
Okay. Infestix is
ID. Michael, no one said ID. Because it's on the right
one.
side of the map. Everyone forgot.
And
so.
Infestix, I think, is Nerul
You mean the Principality
renamed.
of Neri?
Yeah, Infestix.
Exactly.
I hate that.
I thought it was in Infestix is Neural renamed.
Oh yeah, I think so. In the Gord books, when Gary when he was ousted from TSR, he got the license to continue the Gord books series, and since but he had to rename certain things, and
I can't spell
Nerul was one of them. So Nerul became Infestix.
I can't spell it. I hacked it. The Zidizactyl. It begins with an I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
There you go. Yeah. I think it's Infestix, but I might be mistaken.
I thought Infestix was in Cabulus, but it may not be.
Oh,
it may not be.
Yeah, and
Invoke Devastation.
I thought that. It was Nerul, but I'm not sure. Yeah, because he's named Nerul in the first two books, and then he can't be Nerul. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So very cool. Infestix is supposed to be Nerul. Okay, there you go. He says it says Nerul. All right. It's a weird name for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam,
yeah,
exactly. He seems more like yeah.
Did you have to change your Twitch or something? Because it says you're just a returning chatter, which is weird. Do you have a problem with the other one? Isle of the Ape, Isle of Woe, Isles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sam's already said those.
Yeah.
Isles. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whoa.
All right, let's see here. How about?
Have we burnt out on I?
I think so. V.
Yeah, I think so.
How about V?
V. Okay.
V.
Yeah.
All right, V's good.
V.
We have the ancient lands of Vol that later became Viluna. Yep.
Yeah. Vatoon.
Yeah, Vatoon.
Mike's
yes. And Vohun
Vecna,
Sea.
Robobank. Vuron.
So I was in the Verbobonk.
Vuron, yes.
Vuron,
yeah. My favorite
you in the Verbobonk Living Greyhawk region?
So I guess everyone here pronounces it Verbobonk, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a time, some of my friends probably still do this. The C is silent. And we always would say Verbobonk.
So maybe Verbobonk if you have a V,
Verbobonk.
be an F, and you can screw it up. Yeah.
Did I see Francois Fall show? He just passed. He just passed like yesterday. Anyone see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Verbeeg, nice one.
Verbeeg, yes, awesome. Yeah.
Good one, Verbeeg.
I had
Hawkeye, thank you.
My players were just in Verbeeg Hill the other a few weeks ago.
I love that Verbeeg is like very big. It's just Verbeeg. I think it's so cool. Yeah. And then you have the Vohun Ocean was mentioned too, which I think is cool. Yeah.
Vault of the Drow, good one. Very good. Hopefully we gaming Hawkeye. What we up to? Vampire? No, Chris. No Vampire Lord Thrommel. No. Vast Swamp is good. Village for Village of Hamlet.
Proper.
Yeah.
Vin and Vram. I don't.
Vault.
Vin and
Then
Vram. Where is that?
that's those are, I think, Citadel of 8
Oh, I
characters.
don't
Where are they
never
still
heard of
of 8?
Vin and Rem.
Either that or
Oh,
they
they're
are
each-
the henchmen of Mordenkainen.
Yeah, yeah. Very cool. Doping a Skyrim roleplay. Nice. Doing Belvedere River. Yep. Sam mentioned that. Fuzz. Yep. How about the Wind Dukes,
That's
the Vati,
finished.
the Wind Dukes.
Ah,
Vati.
yeah.
Vati.
Oh, and Velverdeva River.
Valerius,
the other-
that's another one. Earl's PC
Yep.
and Rogues Gallery.
Veralos.
Veralos.
Yep.
It's one of Anna's favorite places.
Yep. Good one.
Yep. Viscounts. There's always Viscounts, right? For
Yeah.
nobility.
Or Viscounties. Yep.
Yeah, Viscounts.
Viscount.
Yeah. I don't know if I think we've hit. Veil of the Mage.
Oh, good one. Yep.
Yep.
So has anyone
Vampires.
actually ever
What's that?
ran something in the Veil of Mage?
Has everyone ever?
No,
Yeah,
not yet.
I ran Veil of the Mage and Veil of the Mage.
You ran it.
Yeah.
I ran it because
Whoa.
I'm like, this is going to be great. Look, there's a dark elf chick on the cover, and then it just was terrible. It's just like, why are there necromancers
was-
running around it? It was
Yeah.
just, it was an
It
awful.
was- yeah.
Yeah, but I know that Rick is working on updating his.
Yep,
Thing on that.
yep.
Vesvi, yep, yeah, that's a good one. Vesvi Forest itself.
Yeah, the county of Vidvolp, part from I think it's living. No, it's I think it's from. I used the. Sorry.
Bolton, Drow.
Ivid the Undying. I think Vidvolp comes from. Yeah,
Okay.
it's on the Principality of Elissa. It's a county in the
Yes, it was
Principality.
Manfred.
I got a lot of.
Yeah,
things that are-
Velverdeva we mentioned.
yeah,
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 it's so
yeah.
good.
How big is the Volverdiva River comparatively to real world, Anna?
It's probably not.
yeah, it's one of the-
I'm not talking length. I'm talking about width, depth.
Oh yeah, when it comes to meaning it drains Lake Quad and others, it's probably almost not Mississippi size, but almost. It's
Yeah,
like big, like
almost.
Rhine maybe,
Oh.
or yeah, it's a major river, not Amazon,
Right.
maybe not as big as Mississippi, but close, so to speak.
So
I-
can you ford the Volverdiva at any point?
Well, there might be islands and stuff in it, so I'm sure
Islands,
that build
right.
build
Yep,
bridges
yeah.
across
Another
it.
good
Yeah.
one.
See,
Mhm.
me and my friends, we all live on the Mississippi River. So
Yeah.
that's all we see every day is the Mississippi River. And
Yeah.
when I was running them on the Volverdiva the other day, that's my only frame of reference to
Yeah.
tell them,
Yeah,
what they're
but
on.
we also have to realize that today's rivers we see are regulated in that they are dammed
Yeah,
and they
no
are adjusted and
overflow.
stuff. So old rivers of old that weren't dammed up or anything, they were usually more spread
Yeah, I
out
think
when they
so.
were flooding. They were like huge floodplains. There were miles around that was underwater. So they were probably often they had a wider floodplain, but they were narrow. They were very seasonal, so to speak. So it might be a lot of little or parts of the stream was spread out over a couple of miles, but it was often in when the river was lower, you only had to, so you could hop from island to island, and then when it was flooding, it was like a mile across or something like that. So you can have very different. So some rivers might be
Buildings.
crossable certain times of the year, and then be completely. You have to have a boat and row across other times of the year, so to speak. So today the rivers are regulated, so they are more equal in this. Unless there's like a
Right.
catastrophe, they don't flood.
We are
Very
missing
interesting.
the most killed character in publication history, and that is Vane.
But forded can probably not. But it's enough that you can build bridges across it in certain places.
Yeah.
But it can't be forded. That's true, Dragon. It's way too big to be.
Yeah.
You have to swim with a horse, if that may. So yeah. So you can't walk across. Yeah.
Vane was talking about the ultimate incompetence.
Yeah.
So,
We
dies
haven't gotten
twice
to
in
the
expeditions, not once but twice. Vlek,
Yep.
Vlek, yeah,
Black.
yes, up there.
The
Head of
biggest river
Stonefist.
in the Flannies has another letter. We haven't gotten to that letter yet, so I'll mention that when we get to it. So yeah.
Alrighty.
S
Yeah.
word.
S. That's a big
S. SS. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
there we have another river that I think is the most famous river in Greyhawk, Silintan. Not one of the biggest ones though, but it's and it's short, but it's the most famous from publication is Silintan. Yeah.
I don't know where that is. Castle Sefer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Sundee.
not sure where
You
that
got
is
me,
either.
Mitty, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well done.
You got
Well
us.
done,
Yep.
sir.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Sundee is
Yeah. Mhm.
definitely a place that needs to be upgraded. I like that it
Yeah.
would be a kingdom of Sundee, not just
Yeah,
a
it became a
county.
kingdom. Yeah.
The county makes it sound like it's part of the Great Kingdom.
Oh, it was, but then it became
Well,
its own
I don't
kingdom when
like-
it
I don't
became
like it.
independent. Yeah. Oh, and we have another city, the city of Stoink. That is
Stoink.
yeah,
Stoink.
a free
Scotty,
city.
there you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Salt Marsh.
Schwarzenberg.
Unfortunately, I have to go in my own campaign because there's heraldry for it, so we have to do it, and that is as we bring this up. Yes. Whoops, wrong button. We're just very quick, and it did it. The legendary Slav Squad. 3 S's.
There you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Snowbarbarians.
Sablewood,
Another one.
another,
Schnei.
yeah, a good one. And Shieldlands, not to,
Shieldlands,
not to. You have to remember
There'll
that.
be lots of S's.
Schwarzenbrunnen is such a long word
Slavery.
to write out
Yep.
that lately in my Paraline campaign for my notes, I write Black Bear.
Sword race.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
there you
wow,
go.
cool.
For my own, yeah.
That's a good one there, Chris. Sword race.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Zephyrin is my favorite animus. If I
Yes,
cool.
exactly.
I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
animuses.
Good one.
Oh, Duke Zephyrin, he's the favorite. Yeah, my favorite animus too. Yeah.
Let's go to
definitely.
Len's Secret of Bonehill.
Yeah, good one.
Solnar Bay, another one. Yep.
Solnor Bay. I think that has a.
Well, we have the Solnor Ocean, and yeah,
it's Solnor Ocean.
Savage Tide,
Yeah.
Adventure Path,
Solnor.
another good one. That gets really.
Does anyone remember what the Savage Tide is?
Isn't no? I know what the red was a red tide, but no. What
the Savage Tide was? The cult or whatever of Demogorgon was distributing these big spears to wherever ports and whatever, and the ports would cause everyone to go like savage.
Oh,
and,
really?
You know, yeah, and
Did
so I guess what the players are trying to prevent is from
Gary
this savage tide to overwhelm the Flannis.
Gary says he created it.
There you go.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Shibboleth.
And we have the Sea of Gernot, so but that I guess is not
Sea of Medesia. That's SEE, right?
Yeah, sea with like the holy sea of
sea.
Yeah.
Larzi Salivarian.
Yeah.
Sea of Dust.
Sea of Dust.
That's one of the biggest ones of all. Yep. Sea of Dust. There's going to be a lot.
Steric, yeah. Or Sterich, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Sentinel. That's an adventure that I would love to run someday, but have never got around to.
Oh, the Gauntlet and Sentinel are awesome. They're both awesome.
The Gauntlet and the Sentinel.
Oh, silent ones, yes. And
Succubus. How's that?
Oh, good one. Yep.
Yeah. Solm. That's a good one too.
Oh yes.
Another long dead there. Scarlet Brotherhood.
The old Flan realm of
Slave
Solm.
Lords.
Yep.
Scarlet Brotherhood. We come down here and we go to from the Gordon novels and also in my campaign a lot, Strandkeep Castle.
Oh yes.
Right there.
Yep.
Sassarine, good one.
Yep. One of the Gord, I think it's the second Gord novel that starts at with the assault on Strandkeep Castle.
Absolutely, and they're getting out all the Scarlet Brotherhood members.
Yep.
And that one. So,
Sassarine.
What's that, Mike?
Sassarine was founded by clerics of Weejaws. Shouldn't it be called Jassarine?
Yeah, might be. Yeah.
We have to ask
Eric Mona about that.
Not Eric, because that's
well, no, because it was retroactively fitted in there.
Oh, okay.
Just James Jacobs.
Okay.
Yeah. Stoink, not
Yep.
officially, but we said it earlier.
The priestess who founded it. Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Yep.
Oh, there you go.
She was sassy.
Yeah, so it's just it's got to be so freaking hot there. I can't even.
Oh, it's tropical. Yeah,
yeah, it's got to be so
it's
hot.
tropical, but it's by the coast. It's like
Yeah.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess the hell furnaces are
not that coastal, but it's coastal enough that it will be nice and toasty. Yeah.
Shandor the Archmage.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
What's he from? Do I know him?
Shandor was one of the. He's the wrong side of the map, Jay. You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, okay.
He's one of the Grey Kingdom's courtly wizards in Rossi's. Yeah, and then later, yeah.
Dragger, if you look though, that's hundreds. Here's Sasserine, right? That's hundreds of miles up to all the way up to Saltmarsh.
Yeah,
it's hot too, but it's more like Florida hot.
Well, that's subtropical, and Sasserine is down in the tropical zone. So
Sea Barons is a good one. The Sahagwin.
Yep.
Another S.
Scarlet Brotherhood. Yep.
Yeah.
Just to mention them. Yep.
So, all right. That's enough for S. There's plenty of S's.
Yep.
Plenty of S's. Let's go off on a tough one.
Okay.
Let's see. Not doing X. So what haven't we done yet? How about K?
K. Okay.
K.
Oh, that's not difficult.
Well, it's not difficult.
Cuss.
Kellenan.
Kellenan. Yeah.
Ket. Keek.
Kurel.
Cornfloss.
Yeah. Kurel.
Keotum. Keotum's ointment.
Yeah. Keoland. Yeah.
Keoland. That's all good.
Now it's starting to be more difficult.
Karstein. Karstein.
Yes.
Got killed 8 times. Baron Kallenstrin. Right?
Yes.
Kargoth.
Oh, good one.
Yes. Because I just happened to pop up onto his great heraldry.
Yeah. The Duchy of Cornflass. Yep. Yeah, that's taken from the illustration of Kargoth. Yep.
That's good.
I stole that design from there. I had to, it's a lot of photoshopping, so I had to. It's not stolen directly. It's recreated because it was angled very difficult and mangled and stuff. So yeah. But the Duchy of Cornflass is another one from the Marklands. Yeah,
Caracast.
Yeah,
the Dwarven realm.
Oh, Karulk, one of my favorite court wizards from Rossi's. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Keraptis, another great one.
Keraptis, yeah.
Yep.
Good one.
Oh, come on.
Lots.
An odd one is Kerin, one of the cities on the Franz River.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's a lot of Keraptises thrown out there. White Plume Mountain is one of my favorites because I've ran it multiple times. I haven't ran the Return to White Plume Mountain though, where Keraptis is like really gone, jumping the shark or whatever.
I have.
You have. Yes.
I have. I like it because, and we went over this, I think, on a previous one. Keraptis becomes reborn as a baby in that. So I have his name is Kelvin with a K, and he's like 19. It's been that long in the game time, so he's actually being raised by Elaine Winchester in the Golden Tower up here, right? And they're like now they're worried what to do. He's an adult now. What do you do with him? So yes. Plus you have almost like those like the Horcrux in Harry Potter. Yeah, you like hey Grouch Cat's good to see you. But like there's the thing was you could actually become him in that adventure. There's pieces of him everywhere. Here I got some new ones too, everyone. There you go. Got some new crit and fumble ones.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And there's
an interesting thing. So all know about Keotum.
Kingdom, yep.
Yeah.
He has ointment, right?
Mhm.
Right, he's
Named
also a
after him.
quasi deity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, like Heward has an artifact. Okay.
Mystical organ. Yep.
It might have more than one artifact, but I'm just thinking, like what has Qtum? Does he have an artifact?
And what he
you
has an
relate to?
everyday use. Kyotum, his
Yeah,
ointment is so everywhere.
he's
So
like more down to earth.
yeah,
is what
yeah,
I was getting
yeah.
at.
It's like
Yeah.
skin lotion in GREYHAWK.
Right.
So yeah, everybody uses it. Yeah. There's a little village in Dimri called Krepta, and that is mentioned in I think it's in the Marklands or something somewhere. So yeah,
Thanks, man.
made by Swede.
Yes. What's up, Rick?
Yep.
Rick, are you to silver yet? Shout it out. Because we're trying to get his publication and DM's Guild to silver so we can get printouts of it. It's the all 5th
Damn.
edition weapons. Yep. Oh my God. Yeah, just link it, Rick. And we got a lot of people on. I just link it so we can get there.
Yeah.
So
I
spend 50 cents, everyone.
Yeah, spend something.
21
Put a couple
more.
of bucks in there.
Yeah, you got to spend.
Of,
it can't be a free download.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Put a couple of bucks
Scotty, that's a good one there, Fuzz. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
his
it's
friends
definitely
call him
worth
Kim?
it. Probably. Yeah, or Scotty. Yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah, Rick's going to put a link up. If
good.
not, I'll do it. But yeah. So, Secret of Bone Hill is my favorite. Yeah, well, we love Bone Hill. So, all right. Any other Ks?
I'm trying to.
I have a lot of my campaign, but we won't go there. So, Rick, maybe did he? Rick, put the link up. There we go. DM's Guild.
There we are.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's got every named magic item you can think of for 5th edition in GREYHAWK.
Oh yeah,
He
it
converted
is
them all
a
over.
fantastic
It's awesome.
compilation.
It's all good. It's all good. All good. Yeah, please. We want to get that so we can have it printed out.
Character. Well done, Z-Drac.
Yep.
Well done.
Character.
Yes.
That's good. That's funny.
Yeah.
It is awesome. Let's see here if we got any others that I missed.
I think we started.
Karath. Is that Karath Quill? Is that Al Growy?
Yeah, exactly. It's his.
Yeah, Karath's another one.
Recently
we have the
talked about him.
Diocese of Kempton in Veluna. Yeah.
Awesome. And any knighthood, knights of whatever.
Yeah.
Knight protectors.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the old shield for the knight protectors.
Yep. It's a design from the third edition era, where they had the prestige class of the knight protectors. They had that. The colors are mine, and I based them on the other designs, so to speak. But the design is from.
There you go,
Yep.
Crestable and Perrinland. That's a good one.
Good, great one.
That's a good one.
My players know Cristobal.
Keek. Yep.
Yeah.
Another one love to hate. Keek and
A
Omni.
lot of Keeks thrown out.
Oh yes, Keek is. Oh, he's great. Yeah.
Although I used to pronounce it Kiak.
Well,
Yeah, but
we,
Keek
none
sounds,
of us ever knew how to pronounce anything,
exactly,
right?
But Keek flows better.
It
But,
does
yeah.
flow better.
Yeah.
It does. It does.
But I agree. Kiak, yeah.
So, all right. Okay was a success there.
Yeah. Kruterlep. Oh, yes. Good one.
Let's move on to G, because I know
G,
Anna
got
wants to
it.
do G.
Let's do G.
Oh, Diocese of Greyington in Veluna.
Where did wait, Rick, real quick.
What?
Kingdom's kaleidoscopic coat. Where did that come from?
Oh.
Double K. Yeah, where's that come from? Because we're on Kingdoms here in K before we do G.
Yeah.
So I've never heard of it before.
That's
Curse,
cool
it's another good
yeah.
one there. Scala. Remember, we're doing a giveaway for this exclamation point drawing tonight. Hardback reprint Expeditions to the Ruins of GREYHAWK. All right, as long as you're in continental U.S. If you're outside of it, we'll do gift certificates or something. So there you go. Gnarly Forest.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
How did I not? Is it an item in a gnarly forest?
Wild, woolly, gnarly. Guy,
Oh, G gnarly forest. G.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just.
And we have the Gernat, the Sea of Gernat, and the Gernat Strait between
you sent...
Onval and Pomarsh. Yeah.
Oh, it's yours, Rick. Okay. It's yours. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. I've done some of my own stuff here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grouch Couch. Thank you for
Oh,
doing that. We're trying to get to it so the
yeah.
community can start getting print on demand of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
because it's such a great thing. Gourd, yes,
You
the
know,
Gourd
I only
novels.
Yep.
learned within the last few years that gamboge is a color.
Is it
Gamboge
the
forest.
Gamboge
Oh,
Forest? I
okay.
did not know
Yes.
that.
Ah, I
Yes.
didn't know that either.
It's
So
the
yeah.
color that like Tibetan monks wear.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
Here, I'll do all my.
Nat Marsh is another one on
Here,
G.
I'll
Yeah.
do all my offensive emotes now. There you go. Yeah, Geoff, Grand Duchy Geoff, gold piece. That's I like that.
Yeah.
Gold piece.
Grosskopf, meaning big head. Yeah.
Grosskopf.
Yeah, in the Bandy Kingdoms. The grand clans of Grosskopf.
Celadon's also a color too. You like those, man? Cool. Yeah, I can't find an animated blue balls one yet. I'm trying. I am trying. G Free City Greyhawk.
Yes.
You know, so that's
Grabford, another city on the Vang.
yeah, Grabford. The G series, G1 through 3, another good one. We have a lot of G stuff, you know.
Yeah.
With our in our community, the Grey Grimoire publication. So I'm just going through GR. Let me do GA.
So Anna, Grandwood Forest, right? Is that the
Yeah.
name of it, or is it just Grandwood?
Now I think it's Grandwood Forest.
Is that to you? Is that redundant?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's redundant. I think
Yeah.
Grandwood will be much better just calling it Grandwood. Yeah.
How do you? How do campaign? How do you make common thing for all? So here's the thing. The best bet is getting a publication, whether it's Visions of Greyhawk or Grey Grimoire or even some other thing, and then people go like, "Wow, this is cool," and it catches on. That's the way this time to do stuff nowadays, or to have a stream and be running it like Lord Gazumba or my Knights of Ulick or whatever, my Altamira or something someone else is doing. Valmoko has Nyrond, is like everyone knows he's in that area and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking Grandwood Forest. Since Grandwood is one word, then you might add forest, I guess, and make it not redundant. But you guys are the native English speakers here, not me. So yeah. But that makes it makes sense to me as a.
You're talking about map items. It's got to connect to the community for some reason. It's got to be something like Malden's area, my Altamira.
Oh,
some of the things that
how to get stuff on the map?
You got to have a lot of people recognize it's there.
Yeah, yeah. So I put fan stuff on there when it's being and rule number one, it needs to be complementary, meaning you can't replace things that are in published lore, but if you add to it, that's rule number one. Rule number two, it should be something that has a write-up accessible and at least reasonably acknowledged in the community, so to speak. So that's those are the two. And then of course I should not dislike it too much, but but the big ones are that it should be.
I said that. The Grey Grimoire.
Mm-hmm.
I said that.
Is there a more oppressive sounding place than Nat Marsh? Like who
no,
would
but I think that's the idea. It's supposed to sound oppressive. I think.
Well, I mean, just from the name.
Yeah, Nat Marsh is gross.
Cool Marsh, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's an irony because isn't that supposed to be like sturges and stuff instead of gnats? They are huge.
Whatever. I don't think I want to go to the reeks out here.
Exactly, the reeks.
Yeah, it's got one road. It's surrounded on three sides by the swamp. I don't think I want to live in the reeks.
But it might be because the poor sods or souls who have to be stationed there, they call it the reeks because it's the place they don't want to be. Yeah.
Ranker Dan. Yes.
Geshtai is an underappreciated deity.
Yeah, I don't know much about him.
Here's how important Geshtai is. In Ul, they don't worship any gods in particular, but Geshtai is one of them because got to have water, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Got to have water.
Well, that's good to know. I've never used Geshtai in my campaign. Is it Baklunish?
Gradsul is good. Yep.
Yeah, Gradsul's a good one. Absolutely.
Gradsul would be on my top 5 list of if you want to do another like City of Greyhawk box set.
Yeah, that's a good
City
one.
of Gradsul box set would be amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gratzel is like, a border city between Prince Ulick and the gateway to Saltmarsh and the Dreadwood south,
Mhm.
right?
And
Garl
one of the
Glittergold.
biggest port cities in the Flannies too. So yeah,
Yeah, it's isn't that where the Kiwish Navy is
yeah,
based? Yeah.
yeah,
Garl Glittergold with a G, double G
Garl
there.
Glitter Gold sounds like
yeah,
something out of like the 70s, 60s or 70s, right? Like
yeah,
he should be like a disco dancer or
yeah.
a magician or something.
Yeah. And we have Gryrax, another city.
That's a
Right,
capital, right?
Another,
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
Well, it
honey
depends.
names.
Yeah,
Let me see
yeah. Gryrax
where
or
my
Haven
nerd
Hill, but
ones.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I got a lot of here. Get some nerd stuff up there. Bellbonds, Jesti's Divining Rod, Gargling Gnome. I have no idea what that is. That doesn't sound
No.
good there, Rick.
No, just throwing out stuff.
Yeah, it's probably something he did.
Targeting
Yeah,
them.
our Gazetteers. Yep, the Gazetteers, the main.
Gazetteers, yeah, yeah.
So
Hey, that's gazetteer,
that's good.
is one of those funny words. Like if I didn't play D&D, specifically the
You
World of
wouldn't know that
Greyhawk,
word. Yeah.
I wouldn't know what that word is.
So here another Grolantor, another deity. Yeah, very cool. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. What have not we done? How about Q?
Okay.
Now there's a
old
lot more Q
Q.
than you think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Qual feather token.
Oh yeah, Qual is
Qual
yeah.
stick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Q.
So
I
did
named
Qual make the tokens, or are they like something
There's
like
Qual
that
stick.
was then associated with him?
He made. I think it was his idea for magic items. Yeah, Qual. Yep. Yep. Queege, the half orc, good one. Queen of the
Used him
oh,
Pips.
in
Quiver of
we
Halana,
have
magic
Comic?
item. Yep. What's
yeah
that?
we have to mention the
Good.
Qual,
Hold
the
on.
Forgotten Forest. There is there was a forest that was on. Darlene made a small map in the glossography that has the little forest in the northeast of Forundi. That was not on the Darlene main map, but it was on that small map.
Oh, really?
And and it's in Forundi. And on
This?
your map, it's
There it is.
it's probably
Qualwood.
exactly.
There it
And
is.
someone I said, what should I name it? And originally it was someone in the living Greyhawk had found it, and they named it Hindevude, which to me, yeah, I had it on my older maps. But then I said that name is terrible, so we need to have a naming convention for it. So someone, I forgot who, suggested to me it should be named Qualwood, and I think it's
Yeah.
excellent. So now it's Qualwood on my later maps.
Quagif.
But it's the Forgotten Forest that was on. Probably should have been on the original Darlene map.
What was it?
Got
2 hexes
overlooked.
or something on Darlene's map? And
Yeah,
it
2
got
or
lost?
4 hexes or something
Right.
like that. But it was on that little sketch in the
That's no
of the
problem.
forest in the glossography, but it didn't make it onto the Darlene map. So yeah, I think it's just a little fun geography mapping quirk. Yeah.
The book Quag Keep, Quetzalcoatl, Quag
Where
Eyes.
I know Quiet Keep is a
It's a-
novel that bears little resemblance to the published thing we know
Right.
today.
But that was the
where
first
would you
ever.
place Quag Keep, Anna? If I wanted to like have an actual Quag Keep, where would you place that?
That's a good question.
I should place it on the east coast somewhere
Near
of the
Traft?
yeah,
That's where
somewhere
my
around there.
campaign set.
Yeah,
So this is
I think it
important.
should be. I think it should be somewhere there because
Where?
that's
Okay.
where you have a lot of civilization on the eastern shore of the Quag Lake. Yeah.
Yeah, it predates. So I'm saying if you want to actually place it somewhere
Yeah.
on the
It's you're at
publisher
Traft,
map,
so
where to go.
somewhere up here.
Yeah,
I would put
exactly.
it on the north side personally.
Oh,
'cause-
okay. Then put it.
for no reasons. No
Yeah.
reasons.
But that's more wolfland,
Yeah.
wolf
Oh,
nomads.
that's true.
Yeah,
Maybe northwest corner. I don't know.
yeah. I don't know,
Near
but
Exile.
it's yeah.
I'd put it like on an island or something, maybe.
Well,
Might
and
be.
that
Remote.
There
occurs
are-
too, isn't it?
Qualls-
On
There's
Cloak,
Schleicher's
Dragon
Isle in the
359.
middle, and there's
That's Gary's article, isn't it?
Flintelord Isle. So yeah.
That's Gary's article, 359. All those magic items he did.
Yeah.
Q1,
we
the
could-
Queen of the Deanwood Pits. Yes.
Oh,
there's a
good
lot of
one. Yeah.
Queen.
Yeah.
That's queen.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of Qs, a lot more than you'd think.
Q1. I have read Q1 many times, but I've never ran it. And really, for me, the most interesting part is the portals to the other
It is so awesome.
subplanes. I could toss the rest of the module and just run the demi-planes.
How about a weird monster, quasi-elemental lightning? Why it's called that?
Elemental lightning. Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
monster. Yeah, it's a novel in the Sea of Dust. Yep. I love those locations so much that we've used multiple ones.
I'm a
The
big
one where
fan
the
of
Kullans
Klon.
and Quagos. Yep.
Yep.
Quickling, another great one. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a Quickling. You only live like 8 years.
I'm probably going to be using Quicklings here pretty soon. And my Paralympian campaign has a lot of fairy type stuff. So some evil Quicklings would be fun.
You may see some this weekend too. I don't want to give away anything, but that's cool. So cool. Yeah. Anyone else with any other cues? We're rolling along here.
Quillen and Quaggoth. Yep. And
Yeah.
Quicklings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Quicklings.
Yeah, Quicklings are
Yep.
awesome.
Quasi-elemental. Yep.
Yeah, I just said that.
Quasi-elemental.
Yep.
Yeah. Quicklings are awesome.
one,
I love
Karen.
Quicklings. They're evil. They move at
Yeah,
40-inch movement rate, multiple attacks. They're good for assassins. So yeah, good one.
Yeah.
All right, we got time. Let's do one more, and then we'll see where we are.
One more. Okay.
Pick one, Mike.
M is a Mike.
M.
Oh yes, one of my favorite cities,
M.
Molag on the
Molag.
Bang. Yeah.
Quell. No. Quell. You mean I don't know. Grouch Cut, you got me. What's remember we're GREYHAWK base, so I don't know. Tell me what it is. Did I miss? Yeah, Qualston and High Folk. Yeah, we said Qualston there.
Yep.
I actually showed that. Yeah. So let me know. Is Quell? Forgotten Realms.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, ghosts like undead things. Oh, from 3rd to 4th edition.
Okay, there you go. Yep.
I don't know them.
No, me neither. But
I'm a 1E2E guy. Yes.
And 4th edition had very little GREYHAWK in it too.
Yeah.
Very little.
That's okay.
Yep. But we have lots of cool stuff. Malachite Throne. Oh, it's an awesome one.
Merland, one of my favorite deities.
Mitric, Mordenkainen. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
has anyone seen actual malachite?
It's green, isn't it?
It's green, yeah.
But it's like the raw malachite. If you imagine a whole throne made out of it, it would be rather like striking. It's not just green. It's like
that's cool.
Got some blackish bands to it.
Yeah, Ed's. I can always ask Ed about Quell. Ed's on all the time and plays in my game. So, look, I mean, is there any other place where you're going to get a Clint Eastwood looking 6-shooter man with no name as a deity in your GREYHAWK setting, and that's Merland. There you go. So,
is the word Moose? Is the word Marklands used anywhere outside the title?
No,
Charles Sargent's Marklands.
Not that I'm aware of.
Like, is that an actual Flaness regional distinction?
It's not.
I think he invented it. So
yeah, I think I have.
Yeah, I think Carl Sargent invented it, and it's been used since.
Yeah.
You had to come up with a name for you can't say Furiundi and Niron and all that. Yeah. So here's the.
I think it's cool.
It was good for the time. It caught.
Oh yeah, I think
when I saw it, I was like, "What is this all about?" I don't know what this is about. I was excited to get that book.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Yeah.
Mordenkainen, absolutely. Yeah. Marklands and I is the I is the evil. 1A, 1B.
Oh, you should definitely use Marklands. It's a great one. Marklands is one of the best supplements for GREYHAWK.
Both these supplements. 1A, 1B. In fact, I would put them as 2 and 3 when we're going to do our resource material discussion. For me, that's just.
And BB FanFun, I think that's the Horselands. I think that's the reason, because they are open lands with very little highlands and stuff. They are flat countries. Both Niron and Furiundi are some of the most flat parts of
Meerschaum.
right. Yeah,
Is Meerschaum a actual word, or is it fantasy made up for Greyhawk? Like,
I think
what's
I
the
think it's
root of
made
it?
up.
I
I
think it's
think it's
made
made
up.
up.
I never heard of it.
Psalm, Meerschaum.
It's like
I'm
balm, but
curious.
twisted a bit.
It's
So
like
yeah,
Paul. Yeah,
Miris.
well,
Miris. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the deity in N1? Is it begin with an M?
Unakasihainin. That's a good one, Kern. Yeah.
Yeah, the Moonarch.
my character
Marika.
in
That's it, Sam.
Yes.
Marika. Marika's
Marika.
M.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my character in Rich's campaign is the daughter of a cleric of Naribo and Miris.
Okay, cool.
Miris.
Mhm.
Work that in.
That's awesome.
Marika.
Oh, and M. We have Mid Meadow in Nyrond. That is the a place that is also mentioned in Gord is there in the Gord books too.
Gord was here.
Yep, exactly. Gord was here. It's the in the March of Woodwards is the city of Midmeadow in northern Nyrond. Yeah.
Let's
Okay, Grouch. That's a good one.
let's get
Mistra. Who's more powerful, Mistra or Bakub?
Ah, yeah.
Mistra.
Mistra, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, Mayahin. Yep.
But Mistra's been killed.
Yeah. Here we go. For Dennis. Melkotia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, gosh.
Melkot
Yeah.
is location.
It's
Yep.
it's on there.
It's in the map. Yep.
Oh.
Mahine, a great deity I love. A very
Yep.
kind of still no one knows where Mahine came from. I guess it was a sergeant creation.
I have
Yeah,
theories.
might be. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Mr. Gods of Magic in Forgotten Realms.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
We have the county of Mobren in Nyrond. Yep.
Morden's a good one. Morden, another deity, dwarven deity.
The dwarven deity.
The dwarven, the main dwarven deity. Yep. Where'd you say that, Anna?
Mobren, the county of Mobren in Nyrond. Yep.
Oh, there it is. There's too many counties in Nyrond.
No, it's a big country. Yeah.
Michael, beautiful. Mar Castle. There you
Yes.
go. Yeah,
Good
from Morty
one.
Kane's Fantastic Adventure. That's a home run.
I
Absolutely.
usually have my issue at hand.
You're coming out with
but
some
not
good
right
ones,
now.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming out with some good ones. So
Maze of the Riddling Minotaur. Gary Holian could probably get it for you.
was the
Yes,
Maze of the Riddling Minotaur put into Greyhawk? I don't think so. Was it?
I never heard of it, unfortunately.
Rick, I have no idea what you just said. So yeah, you got me there with whatever, whatever you're trying to.
Let's say.
Yeah, I'm at a loss on that one. So yep. Yeah, Sunday Kingdom of. It's in Sunday. Oh, it's an NPC. No, so I know there's a spell Melix is Firemouth. Maybe it's the same person that I saw. Yeah. Other than them, thing that comes to mind is Moonbeam. Well, Moonbeam's a spell also. It's a spell. There's a lot of spells. We didn't go over many spells, and not that many magic items. Mostly, Maze of the Minotaur was a solo module. Oh, I remember now. Whoops, I just hit a button by accident. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't think that was ever put in the. Land Beyond the Magic Mirror is Greyhawk connected. Land Beyond the Magic Mirror is. All those goofy ones are connected to the Ruins of Greyhawk. All of them. Especially in the book you're going to get for the winter. You can travel to see what's her name with the Cheshire Cat and everything in here.
Yeah.
Who the heck is it? Not Dorothy. Oh my God, my brain shut off. Yeah, you get to go there. You get to go to the Isle of the Ape in here for a second. Alice in Wonderland. You got it. Thank you. Fenral Mesterine. Yeah, another deity. Good one.
We have the city of Marner in Ratik. Yeah.
They are tied to Greyhawk. Yep, EX1 and EX2 are. So, yep, 100%. Alice. Alrighty.
It's one of my faves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mescaline. Yeah, he's a lesser bone.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's a good one. He's a vampire, if I recall, too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, wait a minute. What was I going to ask you? Did you ever run Morning Kane's Fantastic Adventure?
Yes.
Did you run the added version in the Living Greyhawk? I mean the magazine.
Yes.
Yeah, Dungeon.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a long adventure.
Ran a lot of it.
Good. Because I know that was your top, wasn't it?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, in the top list. Remember, we did a top GREYHAWK Adventures of all time just a couple weeks ago, and that was high up there. So Maglubiet, a good one. Yeah, we said Merlin, Kern. That
Yes.
was the very first one of the very first things I said.
Merlin lives in the Magic Mirror Land.
And he also has a place way up here, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's way out of the way, isn't it? Here it is. Here it is. He's got this thing. I mean, it's so remote. Rick, you come up with such. I have no idea. I've never heard of that name either.
Okay, Malconthet is one of the main like succubi demon
Isn't it one of the
princes
lords?
of
Yeah.
the Paizo era. She's
okay.
Yeah.
main
Okay.
villain
That's why I
and
don't
all
know.
other stuff.
Demon Queen of the Succubus.
That's why I don't know. Thank you.
Yep.
I'm not a third edition person at all. So I'm stuck in the
Third
old
edition
days.
has so much cool content.
She was an up and rising villain in the,
Yeah.
in the
Cool.
scene.
Nothing wrong with that. Malbolge. I've heard that one too. Alrighty. Look at that. We're
Maldini.
Yeah, Malden.
Oh
we just
God.
said Melkosia. I shouted you out, dude.
Yes.
I shouted you out.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like he was summoned.
exactly. And one of my own areas here in the middle of the Woolly Bay, Miraculous Isle, which appears during certain tides.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and I put on the map for me for my map.
Yep.
So it's good to see you there, Malden. Moloch, another deity. That's all good. It's all good. You're finished. We're finishing up.
Right.
So it's
we'll be here all day if we run through the
yes,
list of demons and devils.
I knew we would burn through this. How many
we got 9 letters left.
That's it? Wow, that's good.
We have another episode in the future that
yeah,
we'll save this
one,
one, and then
Marquesa is a great
one.
one.
Oh, good
there,
one.
Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite baddies
Moloch.
of all time.
Yeah, good one.
No, next episode we may be doing Vision Grey Grimoire number 5 may be out by then.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, if it's out in time, that's up to Norker. We're gonna do it next week, so it'll be Well, we all cheat. We're all cheating. I mean, I was in my D&D folder and just typing in letters for a search. That's how I was getting a bunch of mine. I mean, my gosh, this was from the seat of our pants tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this was good. I mean, we had a lot of participation. So yeah, absolutely. So let's go over some things that are going on. Shout it out. We'll do the giveaway, and I think we'll raid into Bones because as long as she's still on. Yeah, absolutely. So Mike, what's up with you, man? Did you have a game yesterday?
I did have a game yesterday. Let's just say that 5th level, 5th edition characters randomly rolled on a road, random encounter, rolled up 15 bandits. Guess how long those bandits lasted against 5th level characters?
15 bandits. What level bandits were they?
Like
regular bandits.
First regular,
like
bandits.
3 rounds or something like that.
Not even that. 1 round.
Less than 1 round.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Area effect spell, sleep spell. Go on. Done.
Yeah, it was like fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like.
Yeah, that's it.
Bye, bandits.
Yeah.
But we had some good role play throughout that. A lot of the encounters.
Yeah,
and stuff,
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, and that's not even really the focus of my games. Usually I have pre-planned stuff, but I like when they get into the role playing.
All right.
I have that material left over for another day.
Looking for my Belgian speaking here.
Yes, 1 round.
Yeah, I mean, because a sleep spell alone would take out 4 to 16 of them in old school. So I'm thinking that one. There it is. Okay, 1 fireball is gonna. But that's pretty funny. So, well, that's cool to hear, man. And like I said, you gave us
going well.
You gave us a whole list of great discussion points coming up too. So
yeah. A to Z is definitely a well you can return to if you just kind of bear down and talk a little more about some stuff.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I got a new comic app. I'm way ahead on my artwork, by the way. I got art pretty much done to the end of the year, if you can believe that. If I post one comic a week, I'm done for the year.
Okay.
So I'm definitely on a roll.
So well, I appreciate you. There we go. I got the combos things. By the way, I'm like, I was one of the first ones to get the combos, so I might as well have fun with them. So, but Mike, thanks for yeah, definitely. This is a really cool topic tonight. Easy to do,
Yeah,
for us,
it was
and
fun.
yeah, it was a
A to Z
blast.
is a topic that's on my blog,
Yep.
Hmm.
GREYHAWK. I would do a topic and then do A to Z, like A to Z
Hmm.
monsters, A to Z spells,
And we can
for
do that in the
instance.
future too.
Uh, but it's harder to just stick to one topic. So I thought with crowd participation, we can just throw it all up against the wall, see what sticks.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yes, and see what and we got a lot. We got a lot of participation, which was really good. So and I appreciate it. So Anna, what's up with you?
A lot of teardowns and whatever. Since I have my monitor malfunction, I'm going to get a new monitor outfit and stuff for this.
Oh,
So I'm going it probably arriving tomorrow. So I'm going to tear things down and redo things here in cabling and reinstall one of the computers that has been causing issues and stuff too. So probably no stream on Friday. It depends
okay,
on if I'm up and running enough that I can
right.
run the stream. But so we'll see. Yeah, because I want to do it now as quickly as possible so I can move on and get things properly working because I don't have a properly color adjusted print, monitor anymore and stuff. So I'm temporarily rigged here. So I want to get over this. So therefore I'm not sure if there is a possibility of a stream on Friday, but probably not. Most likely not. So I
Okay.
want to be up and running by Sunday. So for Gavin and stuff. So yeah. So that's what's going on for the until Gabin. It will be my redo things here. Yep.
Get things all up and running. That
Yep.
makes
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yep. There's 2 miles of uh, maybe not, Mike. I'm not sure. I have a Zoom meeting the first hour, but then hopefully I can play the after 6. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
And hopefully get all together. That's
Yeah, I hope so. That it arrives without any hitches or glitches or whatever. So yeah. Hmm.
so. If you've been watching Thursday night, they ran into a lich, which is just serving this lidless Shabbath person thing, and it like got out of hand. I mean, I almost wiped the
Yep.
party out because I almost died. Which is it was insane. So now they're working their way through, and hopefully it's not as difficult. But this is just a crazy adventure, and I'm thinking I can only do so much more of this before my head explodes. This thing is so crazy nasty for these characters. I'm just gonna get to the end, so I can hear some setups. Yeah, look, you got rows of defenders on the other side. Just fun stuff going to be happening tomorrow night as we continue this, and it is printing goes ever on. $50 gift certificate and Troller Games if you don't have a 3D printer tomorrow night 7:30. That's Lidless Shabbath. Then Saturday morning, it's an early one because my son's got a piano recital in the afternoon, so we're only gonna run like 9 to 1 EDT on Saturday. A nuclear meat adventure, mages everywhere because they are everywhere. Now, unfortunately, Vamp can't play; he's out, so we're gonna have only five. Right now, we have 5 player characters and 1 NPC. No big deal. That's more than enough for it. So yes, we got a real good group here, and that'll be 7th, 8th, 9th level characters running in that. So well, hey, it was close, man. It was a close call, and he's the only healer in that. Yeah, yes, Rob, you're the only Earth Elementalist now. Instead of having 2 of them, you have 1 of them right now. But there's three. There's 3 wizards out of 5 characters. There's 3 mage spellcasters. So that is Saturday, and then 2 Saturdays after we'll have another game in the early afternoon. The Saturday after will probably be the Bone Baddies, and the Saturday after that, July 5th, is the biggie. That's the 24-hour stream with Baltron's Beacon starting at 10 a.m. Yes, I'm working on getting some new terrain from Gamescape 3D for it and some other things. So, and then we're gonna have special guests running through the day. But it's just hard to me judge what time we're gonna be where we're gonna be. That's the problem. I just don't know. So, but that is it. So we'll have Lord Thrommel's stream. That's funny. No Thrommel. No Thrommel on this, but I may have an NPC in it. So more than one. Yeah. Well, he complains that there's more than one wizard in the group. Why? I love it. I love multiple wizards in the group, and that means multiple wizards for the bad guys too. So yeah, I try, man. We try. That's what we try. All right, let's do the giveaways. Thank you all for the support today. It was fun. Here we go. The winner will receive this hardback book unless you already have it. All right. Just please be in the continental U.S. That's all I ask. I don't imagine that weight of that shipping that to Canada is going to be like $800. No, I'm just kidding. Something crazy. Here we go. Winner today is Lord Forth. You're on a roll, man. Grats. I got your address.
Cool.
Lord Forth, grats. And so I will get that out to you. Then we're going to raid into Bones. And then she'll probably raid into someone else from there. So appreciate the game. You guys all supporting. We'll see you all tomorrow night if you can, 7:30, and then Saturday at 9 a.m. We'll be from 9 to like 1, and then Sunday night we'll have a Gavin. I'm not sure yet what that title will be. Next week's Legends Lore is number 300, by the way. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 300. This is 299.
Wow. That we have to do something special.
Yes, but am I going to delay the Grey Grimoire a whole week if it just came out for hype?
No, if it came out, then we'll be special.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
supposed to
special
come out
enough.
Monday or
Yeah.
Tuesday.
And then we
next
have
week.
some guests and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll do.
Good.
So it's up.
Yep.
I'll stick with Norker. It's on Norker.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not coming out, then we'll do some kind of see who we can get guest
Just
wise.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 300, Dennis. It will be 300, but the Grey Grimoire will be
It's
out.
fantastic. We've done this 300 times. Wow.
Yeah, the first 29 that were on the other channel. But,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, but anyway, it's like 300 episodes. This is like wow.
Well, if I couldn't do all Vecna for 300, I'd blow my brains out. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do Igwolf. I can't do Zeech. I couldn't do it. There's stuff. Yeah. Rick, I already did the Magic Item Compendium for you.
We talk about it again. Yeah.
Thromo exclusive episode. No.
Wow.
No.
Rommel.
Look. Last update. The meeting with Luke went great yesterday. We're on track. Goal is to have the Mel's Guide to GREYHAWK out by GameholeCon. All right, that's where it is. The artwork is going to be unbelievable. Got a lot of really cool stuff going on. So just sit tight on that. I cannot, that'll be an unbelievable publication for the community. Yeah. No, I can't. I could. That would be a letdown and people will be saying I'm copping out for that. So yeah, that's what I mean, Rick. It's you gotta you and Norker gotta let me know if it's ready Monday or Tuesday, or I gotta change the topic. If you get that out Monday or Tuesday next week, then we'll do the Grey Grimoire for the 300th episode. If not, I'm gonna change the topic. So it's up to you guys, you two, to figure it out. Okay, just let me know. You gotta let me know by Saturday. All right. Okay. So let's raid into Bones, because you always do that on Wednesdays, and then go from there. And she'll be raiding into someone else shortly. I know she stays on for about another half hour. So thanks, Mike. Thanks, Anna. What a great show. I'm glad it went so well with everyone. So Rick better crush it, man. So crush it up. Get it going. All right, let's raid in. Let me set the raid up here. Creator dashboard, raid. Fun times. Alright, getting about 80. Nice. 83. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you tomorrow night. Thanks. There you go. I'm stuck here. Just get to her. I can't get off the screen. That was weird. Awesome one, thank you.
Tomorrow's